And the umpire ready to kick-start play. Here, Easter Saturday football, NEPEAN League. Match of the day, Sereno versus Dromana. And the umpire holds the ball off to kick-start. Round 2, Ryan Williams in the ruck. He got it out. The shark there by Rory Gregg, though, kicked it towards half forward. Sammy Fowler, he waited for it, tapped it over his head. Running onto the footy was Billy Quigley, has a pot shot at goal, missed. Probably should have done better with that one straight up.
Yeah, that would have been a nice little start for them, especially Billy Quigley. Sam Fowler to Billy Quigley. It's could happen all day, which would be nice for Dromana.
26 gone. That's seconds. So they were straight through the middle of the ground. Troy Schwartz just supporting the big beard there.
Looking very woolly.
He is. Kicks the ball to the outer side.
Very bright on the boots, though.
Yes.
Yeah, we won't miss him.
Wouldn't anyway, regardless of the boots. Pack flies at centre on the wing position, outer side. Nobody could get it. Could have been a free kick to Gil Furness around the neck. Umpire called play on. Little give was nice. Came from Jay Blair, but the umpire said the ball had gone over the boundary line. Boundary throw, and you're following a few players this afternoon, Vossi.
Luke Tapp, Scott Andrew, Lovett, Daniel Grant, Nick Corbin for either fella's got here, but that's all right. We know who it is. Dromana, Zach Masciali, Sam Fowler, Sam Gertz and Billy Quigley.
Had some printer issues, Vossi, before we got here, so it was all a bit of a rush. Ryan Smith ducked his head, got canned. Ball gets kicked out of the way over the shoulder there. That's Lee Paholke who's got it, usually pretty good in this situation. Started it left and brought it back, Lee Paholke.
Kick.
Kicks the first goal of the afternoon from the Sharks. Good kick too, good vision from the skipper there, and James Hallahan picked him out. And the first blood to the Sharks.
Interesting to see Ricky Johnston going to Lee Paholke. I thought that was quite in. I thought he'd definitely be the man to go to court. Oh, no. No, standing corrected. He's on court. And Gertz is on Paholke.
So they've both got their hands full, that's for sure.
Yes.
Corp was unbelievable last week from all reports. Clunked everything that came his way.
Yeah, certainly did in the first half. It'll be interesting to see what number 2 for Dromana, Craig Christie, one of their pickups, came from the basin this year. He tagged Sam Fox out of the game last week.
So Sereno into attack again. Smythe this time put his head over the footy. Little handball out. Good one to Gertz. Looks for Greg. He's got to get the skates on. He's got something he likes outside. Mitch Gil-Furness on the wing. Kicks it inside 50. Great play there by McCormick. Went back, took the mark. Little handball give was nice. They come across the face of goal. Marston's got the footy. Left back pocket. Goes in short. Gives it to Zach Burns, runs to defensive 50, goes to the centre of the ground. Tyrrell Head attacked the footy, couldn't gather it. Little handball out there, came from Billy Quigley. Comes there now to Masciali. He's trying to crash through a few. Tackling pressure good from the Sharks. Centre half forward for Dromana. The umpire will come in and bounce the ball.
It's a hot footy.
1 goal straight, 6 Sorrento. Dromana, 1 behind. Up they go again. It was Williams who got it down to Gladman. Little short kick, didn't gather much distance. Smythe went through without the footy. Marston again, handball out. It was a kick, a handball, I hope, but it found the hands of Hallahan. Got something again. Tapscott just pushes off there. Christie kicks the ball on the right foot, top of the square. Where is Paholke? He's back there. Little give there by Treby, ducked and weaved. Umpire said the ball went out of bounds. And there'll be a boundary throw in left forward pocket for the Sharks. Look dangerous forward to centre.
Yeah, certainly. Looks like a handful down there for the Dromana defenders.
So the ball comes back into play. Corp gave a little nudge. Umpire said nothing. Treby, little give. Tyrrell Head, left foot, bang.
That's too easy.
Another one to the Sharks. 2 goals straight, 12 points. Dromana, 1 behind. That's on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. And you're listening to RPP FM.
Alpha has got you covered, literally, with a wide range of sunglasses, hats and the all-important sunscreens to keep you protected while you're out enjoying your favourite sporting events or that special day at the beach. With stores in Baxter, Frankston, Mornington and Safety Beach, Chemist Warehouse is your one-stop summer shop. Chemist Warehouse, a station sponsor. Chemist Warehouse, why pay more?
Started beautifully here, Sorrento. They've kicked the opening too. This time, Rory Gregg, little chip out, looking for Fowler, couldn't find him. Quigley goes onto it. He's got a chance, gives it off to Wheeler on the outside. Can they answer here? Dromana, they have.
Jeez,
they needed that
forward.
one.
They look quick forward. A little bit too quick for Sereno when they go down by the looks of things. Benny McCormack a bit slow. Paxton also a bit heavy. They look positive.
1-1-7 Dromana. Sorrento 2 straight, 12 points. Almost 5 minutes gone, opening quarter.
Looks like Craig Christie last week kept Sam Fox at 10 touches. He's got the run with roll with Tapscott today by the looks of things. It'll be interesting.
So Daniel Grant comes onto the ground. McCormick as a rest. Lovett also coming onto the ground, straight into the middle for the Sharks. So ready to go again. Gregg versus Williams. It was Williams again who got his hands to it first. Little kick out of the centre of the ground. Coming hard at it. It's Quigley, couldn't get it. Good play there by Schwartz. A handball out, looking for Marston. He gathered it nicely. Kicked the ball on the right foot up towards 50. Oh! Massive fly there from Head. Couldn't take the mark. Treby to the top of the square. Paholke one out. He's been held on too.
He was all over him.
And he's going to get the free kick. So Paholke, as you would expect, straight in the face of his opposition. And it was against Gertz. Got hold of his jumper.
Yeah, definitely all over him. I mean, that's what forwards like him bring upon. They worry their defenders, so they do create that worry.
So a goal there to Paholke, straight in the face there of his opponents. He's kicked his second lead, Paholke, 3 straight, 18. Dromana 1-1-7, and we've played almost 7 minutes into the opening quarter. Good start.
Yeah, not bad. Looks like number 9, Jeremy Daniel for Dromana, has been the laid in for Bo Cosson. Bit of a swing man. He's done his stint at YC, done his stint at Pines, so be interesting to see where he plays the afternoon. He's gone straight to centre half back and playing on Tieran Head at the moment.
Further to your point before, Lockie, about Andrew Lovett, he hasn't touched it yet, but he's looking very fit, and you see some players come down here with big reputations, play at a higher level, maybe not as fit as what they could be, but he's looking extremely fit at the moment.
Yeah, he is, very slim.
So Jay Hutchison gets the ball in the centre of the ground from Dromana, goes to centre half forward. Nobody could take the mark. Sorrento, usually pretty cool and calm under these circumstances. Troy Schwartz down there. Ryan Williams is getting amongst it as well. Tackling strong from both sides, as you would expect, Easter Saturday. Traditional clash between these two clubs, and in perfect conditions for footy. That's Sorrento, 3 straight 18. Dromana 1-1-7. 35 metres out from the Tigers' goal. Nobody got a decisive tap. Williams didn't put his head over the footy. Probably should have. Little handball comes out. Sweeping handball now. Was good. Found Carmody. Couldn't do much with it. Goes after it again. Little fleet-footed players. Craig Christie's in there. They're all over the top of him. Trev Madison, one of those for Sorrento. So they've been able to edge the ball another 10 metres closer, so about 15 metres out from goal now.
You get worried about Sam Fowler in these situations.
Christie over the back, couldn't get it.
There
on
he is.
cue, left foot snap.
There he is.
Lockie Kelly calls it. And good play there by Sammy Fowler. Kicks the goal for the Tigers to keep them in it. 2 goals, 1-13, 3 goals straight 18. Answering the challenge.
They keep answering, which is good. Like I said earlier, they just look too quick for Sorrento down there. I mean, Aaron Paxton's he's a bit heavy. He's not super quick. McCleary not quick. Schwartz obviously getting a bit older, so he's not as quick anymore. So I think Quigley and Fowler could worry them today.
4 inside 50s for each side, but 3 goals to Sorrento, 2-1 to Dromana. Both sides very, very efficient so far.
So Rory Gregg doing battle again with Ryan Williams, who won it. Coming through there, it was nice play. That was Jay Blair again. Daniel Grant, his first kick this season, kicks it to the outer side, 1-on-1. Is that Treby taking the mark? Thought he got it. Jay Hutchison held him up. So inside 50, outer side of the ground. The umpire will throw the ball up. 5 points the difference. 8.5 gone. Up they go. Williams got the tap. Almost got his head ripped off down there. The umpire said nothing in it. Clark gave the handball, went for the 1-2. He didn't get the hold of the footy, though. Umpire just letting things go here, which is good umpiring in a high-pressure game early. But a number of holding the man or around the neck calls could have been made there, Locke.
Certainly looked like he got his head ripped off there, but it's good to see the game being played on.
Ryan Williams, massive tap. Little left foot chip came out there from Treby. Ball goes towards the boundary line, 2-on-1, getting numbers around the footy to the top of the square again, Paholke. Good play this time by Gertz. Going in hard there was Daniel, couldn't get it. Ricky Johnson, that familiar left foot, kicked it out there towards Gertz. He can't get it, that's Sammy Gertz. Daniel, of course, playing full back on Lee Paholke. And the umpire will throw the ball back into play. Wing position, or just forward of centre in favour of Dromana. They trail by 5 points, 3 straight 18 to 2-1-13. It's Adam Hunter in the ruck doing the ruck there. Love it to Tap. Scott to Hallahan. Gives it to Blair. Members wing. Another one to Daniel Grant. Good user of the footy. Goes inside 50. Big fly there. Came from Treby. Couldn't take it. Handball comes out to Rory Gregg. Took the hit. Didn't keep the ball in his hands though. Treby with a right foot snap. Couldn't bring it back. And the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Right forward pocket for the Sharks. They lead by 5 points.
Good to see Jay Hutchison playing in defence as well. Gives them that extra tool that they lack and means Ricky can be a little less accountable and drive them forward.
He called it before the game. In fact, Locke walking inside the ground as Gil Furness goes out wide. Found Quigley, who's been on his bike early. Good play there by Sammy Fowler as well. But they need 4 of them out there, taking the ball out there and also kicking the ball to themselves inside 50 as the ball goes up towards the 50-metre line now. There is Quigley. He got on his bike and got down there. A kick around the corner looking for Clark. Couldn't take it. He attacked the footy though, Sean Clark. Fell over at the last minute. He's been pinned for a hold, has he?
Push in the back, I think.
It is. I think he got the big push in the back as he went to kick it.
Big nudge.
So Sean Clark will have a shot for goal for Dromana. It's about 10 metres out, slide angle. And
should kick it.
There's Daniel Marcazzani just running the bouffant, or in fact the mullet.
Jake Foster was running the Tony Blackwood School of Hair yesterday.
Was he?
Very, very Tony Blackwood-esque from behind, I would have thought.
Sean Clark, left foot snap around the corner. And couldn't bring it back enough. Through for a minor score. So 2-2-14 Dromana. Sorrento 3 straight 18. Almost 12 minutes gone in the opening quarter. Troy Schwartz to bring the ball back into play. Goes short. Looks for and finds Justin McCleary, who plays on immediately. Goes up towards the wing. Corp couldn't take the mark. Overrunning it there. That was Chad Harris. Going through there was Marston's. Had a bit of it. Love it. Tried to do a little bit too much and he's been pinged. So Adam Hunter telling him all about it as well. So Crode, he gives the ball back now to Hunter, who's got the ball on the members' wing. Goes out wide, 2-on-1. Had to push the ball to the ground. That was Quigley. Goes in now, gets his own footy. Ducks, weaves, little right foot kick inside. There he is again. Fowler, handball out. Didn't go to anyone in particular. Fowler's got it again. Right foot snap. It was a rushed kick. And the ball rolls through and out of bounds. Left forward pocket for the Tigers, who are starting to look a little better.
Just looking dangerous, aren't they? Those players like Quigley and Fowler, they look dangerous. Looks like something's going to happen all the time.
6 and 4 they've had respectively. Quigley 6 and he's looking really dangerous.
It's just a matter of whether they can sustain it as the ball comes back into play again. That was a good tap. Came over the back there from Cameron Carmody. Oh, Fowler almost ran onto it again. He's got it now. Left foot snap around the corner as he kicked it. Yes, he has.
Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous.
They're going to have to put the clamps on him because him and Quigley are carving him up when the ball goes forward to centre. Sammy Fowler kicks his second goal and the Tigers are in front. 3-2-20 Sorrento, a 3 straight 18, 13 and a half gone opening quarter.
Yeah, they're very quick.
Hi, Chris Thoday here. At Mercedes-Benz Mornington, we've been serving the Mornington Peninsula for over a decade and proudly support the Mornington Football Netball Club and Mornington Soccer Club. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, 29 Mornington Tarp Road, Mornington, or check out the website.
So back in the centre of the ground, they're looking the goods. The Dromana side, a much better outfit than we saw last week against the Frankston Bombers. The question is, can they sustain it? Third man up there was Ricky Johnson. The ball rolls for a point.
He's dangerous, that.
It was. So Johnson, that's the first blemish on the scoreboard for Sorrento. 19, plays Dromana's 20. Point the difference. Ricky Johnson threads the needle. Going in hard, had to. Masciali, and he took the mark. Like something on the outside. There he is. Jeremy Daniel goes inside now, looking for Greg. Ball went over his head. It's got to be a free kick. The umpire said play on, pay the advantage. No, Reece Wild, look at that.
Got to pay the advantage.
Had to pay the advantage.
That was a goal too.
It was. He kicked it from 50-odd. Reece Wild, but the ball will be brought back.
Anytime you can get the ball out of a ruckman's hands to stop them tick and toe, that's probably a good thing.
Yep, agreed. Although Rory Gregg, he's got some skill, the big fella.
Long way out, though. It's given Sereno time to flood back.
So Rory Gregg, Ricky Johnson wants it. Sloppy there by Sorrento to allow that to happen. Ball goes to the top of the square. Pack flies. There's Quigley again. Happy to concede it behind there is Sorrento, Danny Stevenson. And the ball goes through for another minor score.
Oh, I don't know whether that's 50. Geez, that's very soft.
What was that for?
Sam Fowler just put Danny Stevens down for rushing it and just was in his ear, and Danny Stevens came back and Sammy Fowler just grabbed him in a little bit of a headlock, and umpire wasn't happy with it.
So the behind count? No, wouldn't have.
I think it did. I think it was 50 metres for the from the kick in.
Yep. So the ball comes out, centre of the ground now. Zach Burns has got it, centre of the ground for the Sharks. Drives them into attack. Attacking the footy there was Paholke. Punched away from him. Carmody's got to go. Wild's got some leg speed. He ran off. Zach Burns ends up with it. It'll give to Gladman. Another one backwards to Carode, who's smashed in the middle of the ground. Burns, good support again. Kicked it to half forward. Paholke against two. Took a nice mark.
Oh, he's in pain, Gertz.
His ankle. Gertz has gone straight for the ankle.
Is it ankle or is it knee?
Yeah, I reckon it's lower leg.
He can't stand up. He's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he is. He's and the teammates are waving to the bench as well. So he's not in a good way down there.
Stand up.
He's Dan Gertz.
Can't put weight on it.
So not good there for Daniel Gertz, who refuses to be helped from the ground. He's limping his way off.
Not good for Dromana if he's out for the rest.
Philippe Paholke, he's the one with the footy. He'll kick from about 48 metres. He's already kicked two in the opening quarter. We've played 16 and a half minutes. Sorrento 3-1-19. Dromana 3-3-21 with a 2-point lead.
Can't straighten that leg.
So Paholke comes in, sets sail, gets the journey. The accuracy not there. Goes through for a rush behind. No,
hit the point post.
It did. So a behind there, left forward pocket for the Sharks. They'd prefer that result. So the umpire will bring the ball back into play. Plenty of numbers around the footy as you'd expect. Up they go. Punch down. Head over the footy there was Marcazzani. Went without it. Needs some support. He's got it down there. Sorrento forwards holding the footy in. And the umpire will come in and throw the ball up again.
Look very well set up, Sorrento. Look very well set up.
Yeah, certainly defensively they are. The right foot snap around the corner, goes across the face, and again, it's the point post on the opposite side, so the member side of the ground, and the umpire will throw the ball back into play again. 3-1-19 Sorrento, Dromana 3-3-21. So it'll be Carmody up against Corp in the ruck. Corp takes front position, knocks it down to Treby. Fresh aired it. Muschiali laying some tackles. Right foot snap came from Tapscott. Rushed through there by Daniel. And they'll reset the Tigers. 3-3-21 plays 3-2-20. 18 and a half gone, opening quarter. Ricky Johnson wastes no time. Kicks it to the outer side. Hutchison, he just waited for it. Blair swooped on it. Handball inside 50. Hallahan goes into the middle of the ground, finds Grant, who
he was off.
He was definitely off. No way, umpire.
That's poor.
That's terrible umpiring. Terrible, terrible umpiring. And Daniel Grant will line up for goal about 15 metres out directly in front.
Very unlucky there, McCleary. He was certainly off.
And the umpire was right there, more importantly.
Well, and must have, can we see him step forward and move off the line? And
Wasn't
the
just one
umpire
step, it was about three.
Yeah.
So Daniel Grant, for his first game back.
Good kick of the footy.
He's a beautiful kick. Won't miss this. Straight over the umpire's head. So there's an umpire's goal. 4 goals to 26. Sorrento, Dromana 3-3-21. So the Sharks back in front. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. That's why Hastings mowers stock quality brands like Honda, Echo, Toro, Cox, Husqvarna and Shindaiwa. With a huge range of mowers, brush cutters, chainsaws, shredders, pumps and generators in store. For quality equipment and excellent service, call into our sponsor Hastings Mowers Superstore at 2013 Frankston Flinders Road, Hastings.
A proud station sponsor.
Sammy Fowler's got the footy for Dromana, kicks it inside 50. Rory Gregg tries to position himself. He did pretty well there on McCleary. What can he do, the big fella? Goes for goal and snapped it. Magnificent from Rory Gregg.
Playing like Sam Fowler there.
I told you before, don't underestimate the man just because he's a ruckman, Vossi. It's bit you on the back side.
He is just crapped all over my face, that's for sure.
Yes, he has, and he did it beautifully. And a good comeback there from the Tigers after Sereno were given a Monty. 4-3-27. They're back in front. Sereno 4-2-26. 20 minutes gone, first quarter.
Credit where credit's due, it was a good goal. But both sides, 9 inside 50s, and both sides, as I keep saying, very, very efficient. And it's a great game, like following up from yesterday.
So that's a concern, Locke. I would have thought that a big bloke like Rory Gregg was able to turn Justin McCleary inside out like that.
It's certainly not what you want as a full-back, being a little bit more agile, I would have thought, than Rory Gregg.
So the ball back in the centre of the ground. Umpire will come in and bounce again. So a great contest, 8 goals. Lovely big crowd here at Sorrento, as you'd expect here on Easter Saturday. And Lovett, even Lovett turned to the crowd when that free kick was given away and said stiff. So the opposition players are saying that, or Tapscott staged one. The umpire let that one go. But Shannon Gladman swooped on it, kicks from 45.
Good touch.
I reckon it's been touched on the line. It has.
Great work there by Daniel.
It was. And it was touched on the line, so another minor score. Scores a level here now. David McFarlane reserve, 27 apiece. He's a magnificent kick of the footy, isn't he? And a free kick there against...
Geez, that's soft.
McCleary, I reckon.
Ran into each other, I would have thought.
Yeah,
there.
they did. As the ball gets kicked into the forward pocket, Corp leading Johnson for the footy. Little handball back. Goes towards Schwartz now. Handball gives Zach Burns right foot around the corner. Daniel versus Paholke through for a behind.
Knows where they are, Zach Burns.
He does.
Good in those situations. Troy Schwartz looks like he's playing a bit forward of the ball, which is interesting.
4-4-28. Carmody up there against Ryan Williams. Did well. Williams just tapped the ball. Great play there. That was by James Brigden, who's playing a little higher than full-back.
I think McCleary's dragged him up.
So it'll be Williams versus Carmody in the ruck again. Up they go. Williams couldn't get it. Nobody could, in fact, except for Lovett, who just swooped on it, had a shot for goal. Lovett missed it. Missed on the near side.
Got to be careful in those situations, Dromana. He's got that electricity, could hurt him.
4-5-29 Sorrento. Dromana 4-3-27. 22 minutes gone in the first quarter. Johnson this time goes a little shorter again. Just waited for the footy to come, but it paid off though. Little kick out there towards Sammy Gertz. Running Ryan Smith. Just dodged around, was nice. Needs to be good with the kick. Went out wide. Gave himself some room there. That was Josh McCleary. Couldn't trap it though. As McCormick around the corner goes to the smallest man on the ground. Gladman showed great skill there. Marston put his head over the footy. Gertz hit him hard. Hunter goes in hard there. Marston back into it. And the umpire will come in and bounce. Right in front of our commentary position. Wing position, members side of the ground. 29 Sorrento, Dromana 27.
Mornington 5 goals in front against Karingal at quarter time. 5-7-37 to 1-1-7.
Not surprising, Smythe. Handball out, went towards Clark. Tackled beautifully there by Troy Schwartz. And the ball goes over the line. Schwartz being typical Troy, just rattling...
Loves running his mouth.
Just ruffling the feathers of the opposition players. Clark's got the job on Treeby. Shocking throw in. Should have brought it back in. Clark brings it to ground. Handball comes out looking for Carmody. He's besieged upon there by Lovett and Treeby. And just as Sammy Gertz comes out with the footy, the umpire says, give it back to me. Troy still causing issues down there. Treeby and Gertz having a crack at each other down there. Ball comes out. Gertz, he's going in hard, Gertz. He's just going to have to cool his jets for the minute. Don't do anything silly.
He's going to relax a little.
He
Treeby
does.
will get in his head.
Treeby's right in his face. So is Schwartz. Schwartz is in the face of Clark as well. Carmody got the tap. That was good play. He tried to clear the area. Marston goes in. He couldn't get out as well. Contested footy now. 4-5-29. Plays 4-3-27. The home side with their noses in front just before half-time. Ryan Williams. Treeby got the ball out. Kicks it forward. Going harder there was Blair. Needs some support. It's not there. And Dean Moore was able to trap the ball in. He's got the job on Blair, so a couple of youngsters, up-and-comers for both sides. Half-forward line for the Sharks. Ball gets tapped out. Clark goes after it. Schwartz wants a piece of him. Clark kept his eye on the footy. Then he handballed it to Schwartz, who's got some time. Gives it to Gladman. Oh, Clark went for the elbow. Lucky he missed him. Ball comes down to Tapscott, who took the mark from 50.
Good mark. Didn't go close from here, I would have thought.
He's a thumping kick of the footy. Paholke wants it short. I think Tapscott's going to have a crack at it. Gets on his bike. Right foot kick. It didn't swing. Through for a minor score.
Had the journey easy.
He did.
Obviously, we're noticing it a bit more because we're right in front of where the interchanges are being made. But Sereno's certainly using their bench a lot at this stage.
4-6-30. Dromana 4-3-27. So Ethan Johnston straight back onto the ground as well. He called for it. Johnson, he'll try and thread the needle. He goes to the 2-on-1 situation. Rory Gregg up against Crode. Brigden, good play, kicks the ball inside, but it went out of bounds on the full. And the free kick will go to Dean Moore.
Playing quite high, Dromana forwards. They're all up there. Huntsy's just about the only bloke in the 50 at the moment, so interesting.
Plenty happening off the ball too with Quigley and Grant. So Fowler's in there as well. Stevenson having a piece of him.
Known as the Rat Fowler, so I'm sure he's chirping a little bit out there.
So the talk is he's going to England to play cricket.
Quigley is, yes, from all reports. His mate and obviously one's player from last year, Sam Fowler's brother, Jack Fowler, he's currently on his way over there, I believe. So the talk is that Quigley's going over to join him, which will be a pretty big loss if they lose Fowler back to the VFL and Quigley to England. They lose a lot of pace forward.
Yeah, they do. There's Ethan Johnson gave it to Daniel. Daniel's looking for Wild, who's already kicked one that was disallowed. He got cleaned up. Paxton, he did the big transition play. Was good play there by Marquezani. Needed to stand up the mullet, and he did. A shocking kick, though, inside 50, straight down the throat there of McCleary.
Needed to take his time there. Bit rushed.
So McCleary goes out wide to Paxton. Tempo footy now for the Sharks. Just holding the ball across half-back. 4-6-30 to 4-3-27. Well into time on. 27.5 gone. Goes up the line. Corp couldn't drop one last week. Just got nudged under the footy there by Ricky Johnson, who took the mark. Right in front of the interchange area here on the member side of the ground. Goes in short. Nice kick it was.
That's 50.
And it could be 50, and it will be. There's the square up.
Deservingly so, I would have thought.
So East Wild will be taken to within...
Geez, he's fired up, Clarkey.
Yeah, he is. They're all into him. And Sereno should know better. Paxton doesn't know the competition. No one knows Clark, so it'd be easy to get under his skin.
Especially being a Kringle boy, they
they fire up.
They haven't had much success the last few years, so they've only been able to fight.
So Reece Wild, as we said, kicked a goal at about the 10-minute mark. It was a lovely flying shot from about 50, but it was brought back. No advantage paid.
Another good kid coming through. Won the 19s League BNF 2 years ago, I think. So
there's dynamite in that grand final, wasn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
So he comes in the goal, needs to kick it, and he does.
Oh.
No, it looked all right from this angle.
Certainly did.
But...
Hang on. The umpire's gone down.
No, I hope not. It's not going to be Brett Chard relived, is it?
No.
The umpire did go down for a chat, though.
There is a big electronic scoreboard. We might bring up the third umpire.
29 minutes gone, opening quarter. Dromana 4-3-27. Sorrento 4-6-30. Ball goes towards the outer side of the ground. Rory Gregg to send Dromana back into attack. Goes to the top of the square. Overrun it there was McCleary. Billy Quigley ran onto it, but the umpire said there's a free kick, I reckon. No. Is there?
No,
boundary throw in.
Right. Go. No, they've got to be a bit more accountable on Rory Gregg, I think. He's He's starting to get on top of Williams and Lachlan Crowe, especially being the only ruckman out there.
So Crowe on cue. He won the tap out. Then he's got to go in and try and win his own footy again. Come out there towards Chad Harris. So they're running with the footy now. James Hallahan. Not much better sights than him running through the middle of the ground. He gave it to Harris, back to Hallahan. He's got Lovett out wide, screaming down was wild. Good. Great play by him. Tracked it down. Handball to Hutchison, needs support. Got it there in the big fella in McCleary, but he didn't look as he kicked it. And he kicked it down the throat of Daniel Grant, who's got it at half back for the Sharks. Little short chip looking for Burns. Wasn't a great kick. Comes out to Marcettle. Tidy things up for the Sharks. Goes towards Treby. Jumped early. Corp comes out. Tapscott's in there landing support too. Gertz is in there. Needs some support though. It's 3-on-1 in that situation. And they started to peel off the Dromana players before they had possession of the footy.
Just a couple of ill-disciplined things there, like Lovett didn't go hard enough at that ball there and should have gone harder. And Grant was a poor kick and he's better than that. It's just a couple of lazy things which Nick Jewell I don't think he'll be too happy with.
So Corp went up in the ruck. Harris goes after it. Bit harder at the contest at the moment is Dromana. It's going to be the order of the day. Locke, you said you had a look at Dromana in the second half last week, said they were poor and that Ricky would have had a crack at him. It's pretty obvious that he has.
Yeah, definitely have to bounce back after the performance they put on last week. I mean, it's hard to come back against the runners-up last year at their home ground, but they'll certainly be looking to bounce back again in a big game here.
So Hunter, he handballed it to no one. Daniel Grant, he's in the middle of the ground. Zach Burns, he's head over the footy. Muschiali, who's finding it hard to get into the game. And there's the siren to mark quarter time. Sorrento 4-6-30. Dromana 4-3-27. The RPP match of the day here at David McFarlane Reserve. On Easter Saturday, it's the Sharks by 3 points. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football. Boy, it's been they're defending well. Is what they're doing at the moment. So the umpire to restart play in the second quarter. Rye Hotel scoreboard, Sorrento 4-6-30, Dromana 4-4-28. So away we go again. Now what are we waiting for? Waiting for the kid to jump over the fence. So we've started.
Interesting, Nick Corp starting in the ruck this quarter. With his hands on the footy.
Yeah, it is. In the ruck, in fact. So up they go, and it is Corp who got his hands on the footy. He's only had the one touch this afternoon. Good play there by Trev Madison. Kicked the ball towards Blair. He's been handy. Tieran Head came out, couldn't take it. Zach Burns has been dangerous. Should have given the ball off. He didn't. Went for home himself. And it went through for a behind.
Selfish play.
It was.
He had runners.
He did. He had a player on the outside, not to give it to him. But the Sharks did what Dromana did in the first 20 seconds of the match and got the ball out of the centre and scored.
Interesting to see if Ricky goes long and down the middle again here. He's been doing it often.
So I think Sereno's onto him now, though. And he goes out wide to the outer side of the ground, plucks out the opposition ruckman in big Ryan Williams. No, it's not. It's Nick Corp who takes the mark. Too far out to score, so he'll try and stick it on someone's head. Up they go. Ryan Williams couldn't take the mark. Sereno players come in from everywhere. Kick off the ground. It was from Gladman, was it?
To Gladman and Paholke.
Did Paholke kick the goal?
Yeah. Gladman kicked it into
Paholke's foot. So Paholke kicked the goal, though, I think.
Yeah, Paholke kicked it.
So 3 goals to Lee Paholke, 5-7-37. We've got about 15 special comments men outside of the van just letting us know what's going on, just in case we get it wrong.
Yeah, no, it was certainly Paholke that kicked the goal. It was Chad Harris that kicked it off the ground into Paholke.
Just leave it to the blokes in the box, the man with the big red beard. As the ball goes up again, up they go. Nick Corp got his hands on it. Zach Burns, little give was nice to Daniel Grant. Here's Corp again. So a master stroke by the coach to get him on the ball because he just delivers it straight down Lee Paholke's throat. Wants to play on, he does. Kicks inside, Blair. Oh, he dropped what he should have taken. Gets around to the right foot, snap around the corner.
Misses.
Behind.
Obviously, this is a question further down the track when Dawes comes back, but is Dawes and Corp and Williams all going to fit into one side, do you think?
Yeah. Crode won't play, I wouldn't have thought.
No, Nick Colt will become the second.
The issue that Sereno have, Vossi, is points. They're 39 points now. Dawes is worth 6.
They've already got Tom Langford playing in the twos.
And Langford played in the reserves today, who they recruited from Richmond.
Interesting.
It is. So they've got if they get a full side, they're in a world of pain because they can't fit them all in. So tough conversations to be had through the year. Oh, great mark. Tyrone Head took it at half forward. He's a beautiful mark and dangerous forward of the footy. Kicks it to the top of the square. Williams come out eased under it there by Ricky Johnson.
Just too smart.
He is. Uses his bodies well, Rick. Comes to the members' side of the ground. Going back, taking the mark is McCleary. So the cousins they are playing together on opposing sides today. Josh and Justin. Ball goes back. So just maintaining possession. They don't want to give the footy up as the ball goes. Little chip pass there to Ethan Johnson, who is lightning quick.
We did see him working on this in the practice match against Langwarren.
Yeah, we did. They've got the yellow and red ball, remember?
Yeah.
Ball comes out. Little give was to Christie. Now to Smythe, who kicks it to the outer side of the ground. And the mullet takes the mark. Marcazzani went in short, found Clark in the centre of the ground. So they're just holding possession of the footy at the moment. The Tigers coughs it up, though, straight to Daniel Grant. It's going to come back with interest because this man can use the footy. Great mark there. Hallahan, the skipper, onto his bike. Kicks it inside 50, 2-on-1. Couldn't take the mark. Tapscott. There's a free kick.
Yeah, Ricky ripped his head off there.
He did. So Ricky Johnson, the coach for the Dromana Footy Club, has given away a free kick, and I reckon that's Harris, who's got the footy. Up against the boundary line, right forward pocket. Terrific mark by Hallahan, though, in the centre of the ground.
Yeah, fantastic. Under a lot of pressure from Clarkey there. But like I said before, it's just that Grant off half back to Hallahan in the guts. And, I mean, Hallahan's usage going forward, he won't miss a target.
So, Harris, it was a wobbly kick off the boot, but he's kicked the goal. So 2 goals to the Sharks to start the second quarter. 6 goals, 8-44. Dromana 4-4-28. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Summer is here, and Chemist Warehouse has got you covered, literally, with a wide range of sunglasses, hats, and the all-important sunscreens to keep you protected while you're out enjoying your favourite sporting events or that special day at the beach. With stores in Baxter, Frankston, Mornington, and Safety Beach, Chemist Warehouse is your one-stop summer shop. Chemist Warehouse, a station sponsor. Chemist Warehouse, why pay more?
Back in the centre of the ground again. Sereno have started nicely. 5 minutes gone in the second quarter, and they've kicked a couple of goals, so they lead 6-8-44. Dromana 4-4-28.
Looking to get on top in that midfield battle, Sereno.
They seem to be winning. Corp's giving him first use in there. He's been pretty dominant, and there he is. Madison's been good as well as Tyrone Head takes the mark at half forward, goes in short, looking for Paholke. Went through his hands. Ball spills at the back. Johnson needs to mop up. He's in some trouble there. And there's been pinged for holding the ball, and I reckon it's Harris again. Paholke right in the face, as Lee Paholke can do. He's got the swagger. It might have been Marcazzani who got pinged for holding the ball.
No, it was Rick.
It was Rick?
Yeah, it was Ricky. Just trying to take him on. He had a runner on the outside. He probably should have given it first option, but thought he'd do it himself. Was a bit silly there.
So Harris, who's kicked the second goal of this quarter, looking to kick the second goal for himself. He's missed that one, though. Led the opposition off the hook. 6-9-45 on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. Dromana 4-4-28. 6 minutes gone, second quarter. Bossy dominating the clearances and inside 50s in this quarter, I would have thought.
Yeah, look, they are 5 inside 50s to 1 so far in this quarter. They are well, it's looking ominous this quarter, put it that way.
So Ricky Johnson brings the ball back into play, goes to the outer side of the ground. Needed to take that mark, McCleary. Love it at the fall of the ball. Trapped it, kicks it inside now, looking for Paholke on a steaming lead. Took the mark uncontested. Ryan, no, it wasn't. It was Jeremy Daniel, was nowhere near him.
Just not quick enough to go with Paholke at the moment. They need to find someone for him pretty quick.
Ryan Smythe might be the man.
Yeah, he's probably got the legs.
So Lee Paholke's already booted 3. Is to make it 4. He's kicked 2 goals in the opening quarter. He's already kicked 1 in this second quarter. Make that
Happy with it.
2 goals. And he just salutes the crowd too in true Leaper Holkey style. They've kicked their 7th, the Sharks, and they move on to 7 goals, 9-51. Leading Dromana, who have yet to score in this second quarter, 4-4, 28 Rye Hotel scoreboard. And we've played 7 minutes.
They've got to keep their heads up here, Dromana. Young side, they don't want to drop their heads. They want to keep chipping away just like they were in the first. Answer back.
So a great start to the Sharks. Nick Corp no longer in the ruck, but he's the man that's got things going in the middle of the ground since he got moved there. He was decisive in his ruck work. So Ryan Williams is back in there, up against a much smaller opponent in Cameron Carmody. Carmody's got a bit of a leap, though. He was able to get his hands on that one. Wheeler, left foot kick up towards half forward. Their first entry, I reckon, in this second quarter. Ball spilled down towards Quick. No, it's Gertz. He couldn't get it. Running past it there was Wild. Dromana looking for a holding the ball decision. The umpire doesn't want a bar of it. He'll come in and bounce. About 45 metres around from the Tigers' goal. Kicking to Clubroom's end. As Troy Schwartz gives a little handball out, finds Gladman at half-back, outer side of the ground, goes up towards half-forward. Good play there by Corp to bring the ball to ground rather than trying to mark it over the back there of Smythe. And there's Schwartz just giving it to Ryan Smythe now.
Typical Schwartz in the young fella's heads.
It is. As the ball comes tapped down again. Kick towards half-forward. Dromana with the numbers. There's Clark. Kicks it inside. There he is.
Good play. Very good passage of play.
Fowler. He's got the footy, and he'll kick for goal, maybe about 40 metres out, slide angle. Geez, he leads well for a small man.
I don't think that is Fowler, actually. I think it might be Musgrave, is it?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, Musgrave, that is definitely. But, yeah, I mean, both those small forwards, they seem to have that aspect of their game where they also play quite tall, which is quite handy when, I mean, McCleary and Carmody haven't really been getting their hands on the footy going forward.
You were spot on there, Locke, and it was Aidan Musgrave who had that shot for goal. Gladman comes out wide, looking for Marston, needed to trap it just inside the boundary line, goes backwards to Stevenson, kicks the ball up the line. Players fly for it. Tapscott almost brought it down. Put his head over the footy there. Oh, got his head ripped off there. Was Tapscott. Should have got a free kick.
Umpire was unsighted.
He was. So they were hard at him then. That was Craig Christie. Went at him really hard. Zach Burns. Ball goes up again. Crode taps the ball towards the boundary line. And Tapscott just gives him a bit of fence work there.
Musciali certainly won't let that stuff happen.
No, he won't. Tough as a cat's head is Musciali. Ball comes back into play again. Crode up against Carmody. Ball spills. Got a big push in the back there was Burns. Umpire said nothing in it. Going hard there was Wild. Johnson just went with the 1 mitt. Coughed it up. They're in trouble here. The ball's out. It's Tapscott. Kicks it from 50. Top of the square. Paholke one out. Smythe. Good work by him. Punch down. Corp at the fall of it. Trying to trap it. Can't. Johnson off the deck. Only as far there though as Tompkins kicks the ball inside. There's a free kick. And it's going to be downfield, I reckon. Tapscott's coming in now to remonstrate. It's against Gertz.
Wild, I think.
It was Wild.
Yeah, took him down behind play clearly.
So James Brigden was the player who got decked as he kicked it.
Who's his Corp?
I reckon it is Nick Corp.
Handy for his confidence if he gets this one.
Yeah.
Got his hand on the footy early.
Not a great kick at goal is Nick Corp. It's
interesting action.
Not his specialty is kicking goals. Good at marking it. Good at getting it. And there you go. It just snuck through for a behind. So the Sharks moving on 7 goals, 10-52. Dromana, 4-5-29, 11 minutes gone into the second quarter. Ball brought in. Was a shocking kick. Put his teammate Christie under all sorts of trouble. Clark's got to go in now and try and do some mopping up. Now the cavalry comes. Kick by Christie. Kicks it up there towards the centre of the ground. Adam Hunter beat a couple. It's plenty of numbers around the footy though, Sorrento. They get back and they work together nicely. Back to McCormick. Junior goes further back. Finds Tyrone Head. Kicks the ball defensive 50 out towards the wing position. Back with the fly to the ball. Great mark. Hallahan plays on immediately. goes up the line looking for Corp. Couldn't take the mark. Johnson, first to get there for the Tigers. Little chip kick, wasn't great. Yes, it was. Found Wild. He took the mark on the wing. Goes short again. Hunter sat and waited for it. Gathered it though. Now he's in a bit of strife. Was able to get a handball out. Gertz goes for the footy. Well tackled. Wild goes into support. Kick up towards centre half forward. Coming out there was Musgrave again. Handball out to Muschiali. Got tackled hard at 50 and the umpire said no prior. Give me the footy and I'll bounce at 50 metres out from goal. Dromana's end. They need one. Serena have kicked 3 in this quarter. Dromana goalless.
They do need an answer.
12 and a half gone. So the umpire just sorting things out. Up they go. Good work there by Carmody. Musgrave is the first to run onto it. He is. Gets one in the back. Umpire said play on. Gladman's been good. Didn't find the target. Ball goes towards the boundary line. Eventually rolls over and out. About 45 around from Dromana's goal.
Just look to have an extra man at every contest, Sorrento, at the moment. Always got that link-up handball behind the play, which is Dromana.
So Lee Trevey back onto the ground. Expensive Jay Blair, who's taking a breather. Ball comes from Muschiali, top of the square. Good play. McCleary taps the ball through for a minor score. So they get their second behind for the quarter, 4-6-30. Dromana trailing Sereno, 7-10-52. 22 points the difference, 13 minutes gone. As McCleary goes straight up the hay-diddle-diddle. Looking there for Crode, couldn't take it. Muschiali, geez, a hospital handball. Gave it to Greg, who just shrugged off an opponent. Kicks it inside 50, didn't look. Just straight down the throat of Stevenson, who played under Junior McCormick. Another one over the top to Marston. He's got some time. Gives a handball inside, puts Burns under all sorts of pressure. Not sure what Muschiali was doing. Ball comes out to Lovett. Dodges, weaves, goes backwards to McCormick. Pressure good. Shana deserve a free kick. Get it now. Muschiali looks a little slow out there. Kick there towards Musgrave, who has a shot for goal. Misses.
Could have run in further too.
He could have. He had no one in front of him.
Looks a bit proppy, Muschiali.
Yeah, he does. He looks slow. So just good play there by Ethan Johnson. He needs to kick this goal. Goes in short. Wasn't a good kick. Why wouldn't he have a shot for goal? Stevenson takes the mark. Kicks it out there to defensive 50 to Gladman. Gladman goes further wide. Finds Hallahan now in the wing position. Goes in short to Schwartz. He's got no one ahead of him. Gives a little handball inside. Another one to Gladman, who ran onto it from 50. Kicked it inside. Shocking kick. Allows his opponent there in Dean Ward to go wide. Comes out there towards Musgrave. Put his head over the footy. They come in numbers though. Sorrento. Kick back inside there from Harris. Goes up towards the forward line. Great mark going back with it was Tapscott. And he took the mark about 35 metres out, slide angle.
That's where he's going to hurt Craig Christie, I think. When he goes forward, he's just too strong. Too strong. And he can hurt you one-on-one, and if they keep pumping it into him like that, then it's going to hurt him.
So Tapscott hasn't kicked a goal this afternoon.
Interested to see how many touches Tapscott's got at the moment, Vossi.
Just a 6. This is his 6th.
So as a shot for goal, the umpire didn't do a lot of work, but it didn't go through for a goal. Another point for Sereno, 7-11-53. Dromana 4, 7-31, 15 and a half gone. Rye Hotel scoreboard. The voice you can hear in the background is that of Benny McCormick, just controlling things from the interchange while he's waiting to come back on the ground. Ball spills to the front. Zach Burns, he's had some sort of game. Gladman has as well as the ball. He got one in the back, no doubt, against Clark. Sloppy. Played on. Kicks ball towards full forward. Johnson trying to get front position. Couldn't. There's a free kick. It's going to Nick Corp directly in front.
Jeez, I don't know whether that was there.
Well, the umpire's a lot closer than us.
Rick certainly not happy about it.
I actually think he was pulled back a little bit. So yeah, I think the free kick's probably there. So now you say he's not the best shot at goal, Towie, but he's like 25 metres out directly in front. You just got to kick these.
Yeah, you do. It's not a given though, Vossi.
Interesting ball drop.
But Nick Corp comes in, and as he snuck it through, I think he has. Certainly his teammates liked it. Sereno kicked their 8th. 8 goals, 11 to 4 goals, 8 on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. 8:11.59 to 4:7:31. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
The Heritage Tavern is a 1930s house set on 2 acres of beautiful gardens and serving tasty meals and drinks from Mornington Peninsula produce. Enjoy a meal and live music on the Heritage Deck every Sunday. The Heritage Tavern is a proud sponsor of the Blue Shack and Sunday Sessions live music shows on RPP. The Heritage Tavern, 3059 Frankston Flinders Road, Belnarring. Phone 0359832597.
So back here, David McFarlane reserve, RPP match of the day. 8:11.59, Sereno Dromana held goalless in this quarter so far, 4:7:31. 28 points the difference. Starting to look a little frightening now for the Tigers.
Yeah, just haven't been able to take the opportunities like they did in the first quarter going forward. It looks like Fowler and Quigley have been held up a little bit better this quarter.
So the ball comes down again inside Dromana's 50-metre arc, forward 50. Bit of aerial ping-pong going on there. Nobody can get it out. Probably 15 players around the footy. And the umpire will come in and bounce again.
Yeah, Sereno certainly taking their opportunities still, whereas I think Dromana just aren't.
So ball comes down. There's a bit of confusion on the bench here, isn't there, for Sereno? Lovett trying to get back on the ground.
He's been here for about 5 minutes.
He has. It's Tapscott. He's got the footy. Kicks it inside 50, looking for head. Wasn't a great kick. And the ball goes over the line out of bounds on the full.
Two scores in Peninsula League, Toey. Pines 2-3-15, Lang Warren 1-5-11. I think that'll be a short time ago. And Seaford 6-11-47, Chelsea 2-2-14.
Yeah, so we'll try and get some NEPEAN scores from around the grounds as well. A couple of matches going on this afternoon, Locke.
No, nothing yet.
So they're not updating them. So come on, clubs, update your scores. Good play there by Rory Gregg. Chipped in, took the mark on the wing position out of side of the ground. They're getting back, though, and their structures are really good in defence, Sorrento. There they are again. Ball spilt to the ground. They've got a number of players around the contest. Fowler hasn't seen much of it in this second quarter. He dived on top of it. The umpire will come in and bounce. How many for Fowler this quarter, Bossy?
1.
So he hasn't had much of it at all.
Yeah, well held up.
Yeah, absolutely. The ball comes out to Adam Hunter. What can he do? Gets a little right foot kick, goes in short, looking for his teammate there in wild, couldn't take it. Good play there by Madison. And the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Left forward pocket.
Looks like young Danny Stevenson's gone to Fowler this quarter. I think they're around the same age level, so they've probably had some good hit-outs together in under-19s footy.
Ball comes down. Good little give there. Came from Josh McCleary, right foot. That was a big torpedo that came out. I reckon it was Jay Hutchison,
yeah, it was,
who kicked the goal for the Tigers, and a much-needed one. 5 goals, 7-37. They get 6 points, close to 22 points behind Sereno, 8:11.59. That's 20 minutes gone on the Rye Hotel scoreboard.
Yeah, it was good. They needed that. I think it was a bit of a kick and hope out of the pack, but managed to get onto the baz and went through the big sticks.
Mornington 7-8-50, Coringal 4-4-28. I think that's half time.
Yeah, so they're doing it nicely at the moment, the Doggies.
Wouldn't mind a score down at Hastings.
Saw Chris Holcomb yesterday with a number of his lads at Frankston YCW, watching Mount Eliza, of course, who they'll play in next weekend, isn't it? Anzac Day, Vossi?
Yeah.
Yep. Here they are. McCleary has a flooded shot at goal. It's coming around, not enough for Dromana. So just attacking the scoreboard a little bit at the moment, Tigers. They'd like another couple.
Sereno were dominating the inside 50s earlier in the quarter. It's now 12-11 for the quarter, but Dromana have only hit 1 out of those 11. So efficient as they were in the first quarter, they've been much less so this quarter.
They're definitely not taking their opportunities.
No, they're not. As Justin McCleary takes the mark, defensive 50, members side of the ground, goes up the line. Wasn't a great kick. Blair, no, the ball's gone over the line out of bounds. So just touched on the line there from Jay Blair.
Looks like Dromana have made the move. Daniel's gone on to Blair and Smythe's gone down. Ryan Smythe gone down back to Paholke.
It is a good move. He's got the pace. So they're obviously listening to the RPP commentary. Chad Harris tried to work his way out. That's dropping the ball up. You can't get rid of it with one arm behind your back. Good play there by Wheeler. Left foot kick. Good play by Gertz as well. He was in front of his opponent in Benny McCormick. Goes in short looking for Ethan Johnson and finds him.
On the right side there for a left footer too.
So Ethan Johnson takes the mark, right forward pocket. Distance won't be an issue. Accuracy won't be easy from there. This will be 2 in a row for the Tigers if they can kick this one. Put them right back in the contest after Sorrento were dominant for the first 18 minutes of the quarter.
Good little momentum shift.
Ethan Johnson is a goal kicker. Comes in now, hasn't kicked one this afternoon. Left foot kick, dobbed
Beautiful
it.
kick.
Straight through the guts, and the Tigers are back in it. No.
Oh, jeez. Certainly looked like it went through.
Little premature celebration there. Looked all right from here.
They certainly did. Thought we were in a good spot for it too, I would have thought.
5-9-39, Sorrento 8-11-59, 20 points the difference. Ball goes up the centre of the ground again. Good play there by Tieran Head, went off the ground. Little handball give, came out. Muschiali back on the ground, needs to be quick. Is to Hunter, goes in short, not a great kick. 3-on-1, Troy Schwartz goes back with the fly to the ball, takes it one-handed. Defensive 50.
Very good mark. Silly kick, 3-on-1. To Ethan Johnson, one of the smallest fellas on the field there.
Goes up half forward. Oh, it just went up there, fresh aired it. That was Tieran Head. Great tackle there from Nick Marston. And rewarded. Not sure that Mark Kazani had much prior opportunity. The umpire said he had enough. Goes wide. Looking there for Corp. Couldn't take the mark. Going back with a flight of it. Wild's got it now under some pressure. Ricky Johnson, usually pretty cool. Gave it off there towards Christie and they work it out again, the Tigers. But only momentarily to Aaron Paxton, who took an uncontested mark.
It's 2 bad kicks in a minute from Muschiali.
20 points the difference. Almost 24 gone. Second quarter. Easter Saturday match of the day. Good mark, Ricky Johnson.
Jeez, he's killing Court when they go forward.
When the ball's in the air.
Yeah.
He's having a much better afternoon. Might have poked himself in the eye too. So there's something going on with Rick down there. He grabbed hold of his eye as soon as he took the mark. So I reckon he might have got a finger in the eye or something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he really knows what's going on.
3 Sorrento players just waiting to come back on the ground.
Yeah, like Vossi said in the first quarter, they're really, really using their interchange really well, keeping players quite hot.
So Ricky's coming from the field, which isn't good news for Dromana. So the ball goes up the line, shocking kick. Treby takes the mark. So almost 25 minutes gone. Sorrento will be looking to take advantage. Yeah, he's certainly got one eye closed there, Rick. He's in some trouble. So the ball goes up towards full forward again for Sorrento. Nick Corp, he'll love the luxury without Ricky Johnson on his hammer for the next 5 minutes.
Certainly.
Can't afford to concede here, Dromana.
No, they've just worked their way back in, haven't they?
Missed a couple of very gettable goals.
20 points won't be a bad margin considering Sorrento's domination of this quarter. Almost 25 gone. Lee Paholke with the 3 goals for Sorrento. 2 to Sammy Fowler. Hasn't kicked one this quarter. Ball comes in again. Almost there's Sam Fowler now. He's a long way from the forward line. Goes back to Christie. Quick kick from Daniel towards the boundary line. 2 of them went for it. Wild couldn't get it. Terry Wheeler, fall of the ball. He's got it now at half-back. Well smothered there by Madison. Gives a handball to Paxton. Tries to run through a couple. Did it nicely. Gladman now well tackled. Dropping the ball.
Good work by Wheeler. Had to butter up after that slow kick.
There's a bit of feeling in this game too, as you'd expect. Pioneers of Easter football, these 2 football clubs.
Oh, he's got himself in trouble again.
He has. Lucky though, got a quick kick and Adam Hunter takes the mark at half-back. Not a lot of movement forward, not a lot of forward options at the moment, Dromana.
No, Crow just sitting back.
So he goes back his Gertz. Gertz there versus Lovett. Marston goes into support. Oh, got a big head knock there. Was against Marston.
No eye on the footy at all there.
No, none at all.
Quigley to take it.
So Billy Quigley's got the ball at half forward.
First touch of the quarter for Quigley. He's been very quiet.
So Billy Quigley goes in short. Oh, he's got a couple to beat again as Ethan Johnson. Make it 3. They can raffle it down there. The Sharks defenders. Comes across the ground to Madison, who goes towards half-back. Couldn't take the mark, Carmody. Treby gets a handball out to Gladman. Goes up the line towards the wing position. Corp flies. No Ricky Johnson behind him. And guess what? He took the mark.
Corey Gregg playing at fullback on Nick Corp is interesting.
So Corp goes up towards half-forward. Turin Head, he was held on to. Marquezani couldn't trap it. Needs some work down there. Little handball is a free kick. It's going to go towards Dromana. So I reckon he copped one around the neck.
Only had the one in the first quarter, Nick Corp. He's had 6 this quarter and been a lot better since that move into the ruck, just for that 5 minutes to get him going.
Yeah, it was a good move by Jill. Good move. Get his hands on the footy.
Craig Christie's got the footy. Defensive 50 for the Tigers, outer side of the ground, goes up the line. There's Corp again, takes the mark, uncontested.
Ricky ready to come back on, so he's clearly fixed up that little eye of his.
That's good. Treby, geez, the umpire gave him plenty of time to get rid of the footy, and he did so. Wild tries to crash his way through. Here's Quigley again. Kicks the ball in the centre of the ground. Johnson. Good bump there, late on Harris. Ball goes up towards Lovett. He took the mark. Mitch Guilferness should have done better there. Lovett's got the footy at half forward. Goes in short. Gives Tapscott every chance and got him. Gertz gave him one to go on with too. Came across him.
Jeez, he'll go close from here, I reckon, Tapscott. He's going to take the shot.
He will go close from there. He hit his head on the ground as well as he got clipped by Gertz.
I think he's got a poke in the eye as well by the looks of things.
So the umpire just clearing out everybody at the moment. There's trainers, there's assistant coaches running onto the footy field.
Yeah, get off the field.
They shouldn't be on the ground at all, these people.
Yeah, what's the assistant? He's walking out to the middle still.
Yeah. He shouldn't be on the ground, this assistant coach. He should be well off it. As Luke Tapscott comes in, he'll kick from 55. Tappy starts it right, works it back. Pack flies and force through for a behind, was it? Yeah, it is. So at half-time here at Dave McFarlane Reserve, Sorrento, 8 goals, 11.59, leading Dromana 5-9-39. We'll go out for a short break and we'll be back with the half-time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Hi, Chris Thodey here, Mercedes-Benz Mornington. We offer exceptional customer care from sales, finance and insurance, right through to servicing and parts. Visit our experienced team today at Mercedes-Benz Mornington, 29 Mornington Type Road, Mornington, or check out the website.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. That's why Hastings mowers stock quality brands like Honda, Echo, Toro, Cox, Husqvarna and Shindaiwa. With a huge range of mowers, brush cutters, chainsaws, shredders, pumps and generators in store. For quality equipment and excellent service, call into our sponsor, Hastings Mowers Superstore at 2013 Frankston Flinders Road, Hastings.
A proud station sponsor.
Hi, I'm Jack. And my dad is Pete from the Mornington and Rosebud Telstra stores. NBN is coming to the Mornington Peninsula and our team is here to help. We can answer all your questions and get you ready for the NBN so you can stream like a dream, upload a truckload and enjoy high-speed entertainment. So drop in and see the team at the Telstra stores in Mornington and Rosebud.
Or call us now on 1300 My Telstra. That's 1300 698 357.
The Heritage Tavern is a 1930s house set on 2 acres of beautiful gardens and serving tasty meals and drinks from morning to Peninsula produce. Enjoy a meal and live music on the Heritage Deck every Sunday.
The game and just threw the ball up, and then Sorrento's just scattered trying to stop the goal.
I know it's happened previously where the side was out there on their own and they still managed to miss a goal.
Yeah, that might have been the same day. So the ball is up in the middle of the ground. We're starting play in this third quarter. It's Sorrento 59 leading Dromana 39.
First goal crucial.
Yeah, it is. And it needs to come from Dromana.
Yeah, you'd think so.
And we're just being told by a father from around the ground that it's Zach Musciali.
Musciali.
Not Musciali. So I've only been pronouncing it Musciali for Geez, I reckon the entire time that he's been playing, certainly at Edithvale and at Dromana, so his old man must have cringed every time.
Muskelly, I think was the actual pronunciation of that. But
no, it's not. It was a Mushiali.
It's Mushiali.
There's no K about it.
All right.
It was mush.
That's straight from his dad, so I reckon he'd know how his own surname is pronounced.
Yes, well, you would have thought so.
So sorry, Mr. Mushiali, we've been pronouncing it wrong for donkey's years, and you've probably cringed every time we've mentioned your son's name. But let's hope, for Dromana's sake, that we're mentioning it plenty in this second half as the ball goes. Mitch Gill-Furness. He's been unsighted in this game in the opening half, Mitch Gill-Furness, so he needs to get on his bike. Mushiali also needs to start getting his hands on the footy. He missed last week through injury, and I just reckon he's not 100% looking at him.
Still looks a bit proppy.
Because he's a running machine. As Stevenson gets the ball to the left foot chip, gives it to Zach Burns, outer wing position. He was good in the first half, Zach. Very lively player. Goes up towards the 50-metre line. Big fist there from Ricky Johnson. Good to see him back on the field. That was good play, Christie. Kicked the ball to the centre of the ground. Had to go with two, Adam Hunter. Geez, we talk about some superstars of the NPNFL. Those two who went up for the mark are two of the best we've seen. James Hallahan rather, and Adam Hunter. So Hallahan's got the footy in the centre of the ground for the Sharks. Goes inside 50 now. Troy Schwartz over the back, couldn't take the mark. Went off the ground, still going for it. Wheeler, he's got plenty of pressure on him, wants the boundary line, finds it. Sean Clark was pretty happy to see that boundary line as well, but good play there by Schwartz. What a fly.
Yeah, very deep. We know that's what he's like. He does have a big leap on him and will take a big juke mark.
So the ball comes back into play again. Ryan Williams, Corp took front position. Treby at the full. Good tackle laid on him by Sean Clark. Hasn't left his side all afternoon, Lock.
No, he's both very rough players. They'll be in each other's heads.
Couple of hard heads there. So up they go. Corp again won the tap. Comes down there though to Ricky Johnson. Left foot. Looking there for Carmody. Couldn't take the mark. Once again though, Lockie said it at half-time. Sereno seemed to have more numbers around the footy. This is no exception as Ryan Williams, the big ruckman, just fed it off there towards James Brigden. Just relishing the role, just running off half-back as opposed to a lockdown role. Paxton just took the hit. Good play to Marston. Runs to the wing position. Gets to half forward. Goes inside now. Treby, one out. Took the mark, Treby. He had the sit. Ricky Johnson was flying back with it. And Treby, eyes for the footy, extended the jukes and took the mark. And he'll have a shot for goal from about 20 metres directly in front.
Marston just starting to get his hands on it now. He was towards the last half of that quarter as well, so could be dangerous as well, running off the half-back flank.
A lot of weapons, Lock.
Yeah, definitely. Daniel Grant. Who's that? Brigden, Stevenson, Paxton.
Shannon Glebin looks about 14 years old.
Yeah, I know, but geez, he can play, can't he?
He can.
As Lee Treby comes in, beautiful kick of the footy he is. Gets the first for Sereno to open the third quarter. 9-11, 65 to 5-9, 39. 3.5 gone, opening quarter. That's the Rye Hotel scoreboard. Mornington Peninsula Breweries, of course, looking after us today with all the statistics. And it's early days. It's Sereno again, Bossy.
Yeah, 3 inside 50s already, and like that goal could sort of really set things up for them. Like Dromana just hanging on at the moment. They can't get the ball past the centre, and only played a few minutes in the third quarter, but it's looking as though that if this keeps up for any length of time, we might be in for a bit of a one-sided contest in the second half.
Let's hope not. Treby crashing through again. Wheeler laid the tackle. Love it. Gets a kick out wide. It was nice. Just out of the right hand, out of his right eye, saw Schwartz by himself on the wing. Goes inside. Paholke put the hands up. Couldn't take it. He's got it now at ground level. Right foot snap. Missed the goals. Through for a minor score. So they look dangerous. Mighty, mighty dangerous at the moment, the Sharks.
Just too quick when it goes to ground. I mean, Paholke especially being that tall kind of small player, the Jamie Elliott-esque. The key defender can't really go with him on the ground.
So Ricky Johnson brings the ball back into play. Out of side. Went up there was Musgrave. Couldn't take it. Great tackle there on Hallahan. He's got to be pinged, doesn't he? Geez, if your opponent's good enough to pin one arm behind your back and you just roll to the ground, surely it's a free kick.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Certainly had Pryor as well, I would have thought.
Yeah, he did. As the ball goes out towards the wing position. There he is again, Hallahan. Dodges, weaves, gets onto the right foot, goes inside 50. Blair's out of position. Needed to take the mark, and he did. It was War. Whoa. What is he good for? As the ball goes to Wheeler, he'll get on his bike. Schwartz is in pursuit. Terry Wheeler kicks the ball inside. Nice kick, Quigley. Okay, no, it's not. It's Ethan Johnson. Came out and took the mark.
Looks to be the lead-up target for him at the moment.
He does.
Carmody and McCleary not really getting their hands off it. Carmody playing more of a second ruckman role. He's been pretty handy in this second quarter and this third quarter. Just needs to hit the scoreboard now.
Yeah, he does. Hasn't kicked one this afternoon. Had a shot in the pocket in the second quarter. Couldn't convert it on the left. This is more his range, but he started it right and it's stayed that way. Through for a minor score. 5 goals, 10-40. Plays Sereno 9-12-66. 6.5 gone. Third quarter.
Missing opportunities that they need to get at the moment, Dromana. It's hurting them.
Yeah, they can't afford behinds. Daniel Grant it'll be the silky one to bring the ball back into play. He's going to go short to Trev Madison. Played a lot of footy together, those two. Gives it out there towards Brigden, who goes up towards the wing position. Treby's coming, couldn't take the mark. Marsden, he's got some support. Zach Burns gives it out there towards Aaron Paxton, up the line. Corp's got it. Wants someone inside, gets Lovett. Lovett gives it there, shouldn't have given it, but it comes off all right as Corp's got it now. Little short chip in. Lovett worked hard. So he coughed it up, Lovett, but then worked himself into a position to get another opportunity. And he took the mark, and he'll have a shot for goal about 25 out.
The error came from the handball, and then all of a sudden the Dromana players were there, and all of a sudden they just broke away, which enabled the ball to come free again.
Yeah.
He looks to be running around by himself at the moment, Lovett. He doesn't really seem to have that much attention. I mean, fortunately, he hasn't been great this afternoon, but he's a player that he's so electric, he can seriously cut you apart.
Well, if he kicks this goal, he'll set the crowd alight. He hasn't kicked one this afternoon, Lovett. He has now. He's kicked the goal, Andrew Lovett, kicks his first goal for the afternoon, and Sereno moved to 10-12-72, Dromana 5-10-40. It's the greatest lead of the match, 32 points. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Chemist Warehouse has got you covered, literally, with a wide range of sunglasses, hats and the all-important sunscreens to keep you protected while you're out enjoying your favourite sporting events or that special day at the beach. With stores in Baxter, Frankston, Mornington and Safety Beach, Chemist Warehouse is your one-stop summer shop. Chemist Warehouse, a station sponsor.
Chemist Warehouse, why pay more?
Sereno back into attack again. They're doing as they like at the moment. And this time it's Luke Tapscott who's taken a mark. And he's going to have a shot for goal from about 30 metres out directly in front.
Not having many touches, this is where he can improve and lift for Sereno.
So Luke Tapscott just stabbed at that one. It was enough though. He's kicked the goal, and it's another one for the Sharks. 11 goals, 12-78. Dromana 5-10-40. And in a blink of an eye, it's now a 38-point margin, Michael Voss.
8 inside 50s to 1 in this quarter, and looking extremely dangerous, and at the moment they just look a little bit quick, and Dromana don't. Basically, they're still on their holiday at half time at the moment. They're in a bit of pain at the moment. They need a goal and they need it quickly.
Yeah, there's a bit of head dropping too through the middle, those younger players.
So up in the middle again, and McCleary's gone into the ruck, and he's up against Lockie Crode. And needs to get into the game, does McCleary. Hasn't done a lot this afternoon for the Tigers.
So does Fowler. He's only had that good first quarter.
Yeah, true. And he's been moved onto the ball too now, which isn't such a bad thing, I think.
Bit of a live wire.
Well, it worked successfully for Sorrento. Nick Jewell made the move of putting Corp on the ball at the beginning of the second quarter, and he's right in the game now. As Gertz has got the ball, kicked it out towards half forward. Players lost their feet. Not Daniel Grant, though. He gave a handball out. Young Blair's got it. Good well tackled there. That's Billy Quidley who laid that tackle, and he's going to take the free kick. Half forward line. The Tigers need a goal. It's been a while. There's McCleary. That's for Dromana. Goes across the face, calls in Marquezani. Geez, he put him under pressure, but he was good enough to take the mark. Loving the mullet.
Would have to be in relation to Frank, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. We found that out last year as the ball he kicks the ball inside 50. Nobody could take the mark. Dodging, weaving, comes out to Wheeler. Left foot snap. Will it bounce through? I reckon it will. Geez, they made something out of nothing there, the Tigers. Sereno with the numbers in the defensive half. But Terry Wheeler was able to snap the ball around the corner and kick the goal.
Certainly a man you want kicking those goals as well. He, as you would have seen just by his celebration, he gets the team up and about.
So he's kicked 2 now this afternoon, has Terry Wheeler. Sammy Fowler kicked 2 in the first quarter. And Lee Paholke has 4 for Sorrento to be the only multiple goal kicker for the Sharks. 11-12 plays 6-10. Still 32 points the difference. 11 minutes gone. Third quarter. Up they go again. McCleary got this tap out. Going in hard there was Fowler. Musgrave gets another handball out. On his bike there was Blair. Kicked it towards half forward. Overrun it there was Corp and Tapscott. Corp and Johnson, but there's a free kick and it's going who to?
Quickly.
And 50 against Corp. What's that for? Mouthing up?
Tapscott just caught Quigley a bit high there and Corp ignored the whistle and decided he'd have a kick at the goals and yeah, umpire wasn't too happy about it.
So Dromana seemed to have settled after an explosive first 5 minutes from Sorrento. Johnson's got the ball now. He's called for it on the wing. Usually a really good user. Kicks it up towards Rory Gregg. Geez, that was a great kick. And a really good hard lead too.
Bit of a mismatch, Marston, on Rory Gregg, I would have thought.
Yeah, they'll be banking on the leg speed as opposed to the aerial side of it. But Rory Gregg fancies his chances from here.
Ambitious.
He's lining up.
Ambitious, I would have thought.
Oh, come on.
Even for a man of his calibre.
Well, he's going to kick from about 45. Gets around and has a fair income crack at the goal. It's, oh, geez, he had it on line. It just got punched away, though, and out of bounds. So the ball will be thrown in left forward pocket. Almost made a fool of you, Lock.
I was backing myself. Just too far out for the big man.
11-12, 78, plays 6-10, 46, 13 minutes gone. Ball spills to the back. Good play, Gladman again. He's been exceptional today. Stacks on the mill. The umpire will throw the ball up again, about 40 metres out from goal.
So this is where Fowler can get himself back into the game. If he can get one out of the pack here.
So Rory Gregg did the right thing by him, tapped it over his head, but Troy Schwartz, he just swooped on it. Goes out towards Corp, who took a nice mark. Starting to take those marks now is Corp. Kicks the ball up the line, looking for Tapscott, who will fly now. Couldn't take the mark. Treby come crashing through. Good play, Madison. Got a handball out, goes to Brigden. He's going to take him on. Takes a bounce, Brigden. Has a shot from about 50. Oh, Paholke couldn't get it. And the ball goes through for a behind.
Just running a bit too quick, I think, there, Brigden.
He was. He was flying along, wasn't he, Brigden? But great to see a kid taking the game on. Looked at Ricky Johnson and said, old man, see if you can catch me. You're a legend, but I'm not sure you're as quick as I am these days. And he took off as Fowler takes the mark on the outer side of ground. Wing position. Kicks the ball into the man on the mark.
Lunged it.
Gave it to Grant. Grant to Head. Head dances around. Great follow-up work there from Fowler. Laid the tackle.
Don't know about that. He got the handball, I would have thought.
He coughed the footy up. Did Sam Fowler and needed to redeem himself and did, and he's going to get 50.
Yep. Danny Stevenson just held on to the ball for too long.
It was obvious whose free kick it was. I'm not sure what he was waiting for, and Nick Jewell won't like that. Undisciplined play there from the youngster, and the result is a shot at goal for Sammy Fowler.
Certainly not a man you want to have it in his hands. He'll hurt you.
Loves a goal. It's kick 2.
A live wire as well. We'll get his side up and about.
So they've booted 3 goals, Sereno, in the opening 14 minutes of this third quarter. Dromana have added just 1. So this just to bring it back another 6 points. They need it, the Tigers. They need to hang in there. If there are any chance, they need to convert these limited opportunities. He hasn't been able to do it, Sammy Fowler.
That hurts.
Kicks are behind. 6-11, plays 11-13. And Daniel Grant will bring the ball back into play once again for the Sharks.
They've been good from the kick-ins. They seem to move it pretty quickly.
I think Dromana might have been 3-1 or even 4-1 at one stage. It's 2 goals, probably 10 since then. It's just not good enough.
No, they've struggled. They can't afford it against the side with the quality that Sorrento have. Oh, Troy Schwartz. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes, Troy, but that one just bounced off his chest and they're into him.
Fowler.
Sammy Fowler dances over and gets stuck into him.
I'm sure it'd be the same if someone did that in front of Schwartz.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ryan Smythe seems to have the job on Tyrone Head right now, or Paholke still. He's given Paholke 30 metres behind him.
Certainly wouldn't want to get a quick kick out.
No. So the ball's locked in the right forward pocket for the Tigers. They trail by 32. 16 minutes gone, third quarter. Not a lot of atmosphere, is there?
No,
Doesn't seem to be a lot of atmosphere.
I'm too worried about the Chardonnay up on the hill.
Do you reckon?
I think so.
Well, we probably would be too. Their side is in a comfortable position right now. So it's just about sitting around, having a chat, enjoying a drink while the action goes on in front of us. There's a free kick down there to Sorrento. Brigden's got the footy. Defensive 50 out of side of the ground, reels around onto the right foot, kicks it up towards Cork. He's clunking everything now. Kicks it inside, one-on-one. Smythe versus Paholke. Good play there by Smythe. Punched the ball away. Mushiali handballs the ball out. It was good. Found Markazani. Kicks the ball up towards the wing. Wasn't a great kick, though. And Big Crow took the mark. Gives it off to Marston. Just dances around an opponent. Kicks the ball inside. Chopped off there. That was by Mitch Gilfiness. Ricky Johnson gets a handball. Little quick kick came from Quigley. Was a shocker. Straight down the throat of Schwartz, who's every chance of kicking this from here. Prodigious kick of the footy. Goes short instead. Treby just standing there uncontested.
Good vision.
And Lee Treby will have a shot for goal from about 35 metres out.
Certainly not the old Troy Schwartz. That generally would have gone back and tried to slot that, but it was great vision to see Treby down in the pocket.
He's playing good footy, Troy, this afternoon again.
Wheels like that, you'd want to.
Yeah, true. He's one player in the comp that can get away with it, isn't he?
Definitely. Suits Treby, this left footer.
Yeah, it does. So Treby coming in to kick goal number 2, and he kicks it. Good play, Lee Treby. Kicks his second goal for the afternoon. Sorrento's 12th, and they march on. They now lead by 38 points on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. 18 minutes gone. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Hi, Chris Thoday here. At Mercedes-Benz Mornington, we've been serving the Mornington Peninsula for over a decade and proudly support the Mornington Football Netball Club and Mornington Soccer Club. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, 29 Mornington Tarp Road, Mornington, or check out the website.
We're back in the centre of the ground again. The Sharks in absolute control in this game as Sam Gertz kicks the ball towards the wing position. Troy Schwartz leads in the race for it. He's in some trouble, was able to get the handball off though. Paxton grabs it. Running defender, kicks it down the throat of Treby, who's being a real problem now for the Dromana side. Inside 50, kicks the ball up towards Corp. You'd back him from there, no. Good spoil there from Billy Quigley, and the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Still 45 metres around from goal, right in of the Sorrento Footy Club Social Club.
14-3 inside 50s this quarter.
Yeah, it's huge.
And again, Dromana just missing their opportunities going forward. Johnson had a shot. Sam Fowler had a shot. They kicked those, and it's a lot less than 38 points.
Shannon Gladman on the deck. He'd be happy to just hold the ball in. Reset for the Sharks. 12-13, 25 scoring shots to 17 in favour of Sorrento, the home side here this afternoon. Nick Corp won the tap. Treby's in there working hard, fighting hard for that footy. Well tackled there was Lovett. And the umpire will come in and reset play once again. Still around 40 metres out from Sorrento's goal. Ball spills down. Schwartz just handballs into space, hoping somebody can run onto it. Ethan Johnson's the first one there for Dromana. Keeping it in was Ricky Johnson. Goes into the centre of the ground. He wanted Rory Gregg to come at it, and he did, the big fella. Been one of Dromana's best this afternoon as Rory Gregg. Kicks the ball looking for Hutchison. Needs to go back with the flight of it. It was a gutsy grab and he took it. And there's a bit of a how do you do going down there. Love it and Smythe.
What do you know, Paholke having a crack?
So there's plenty happening off the footy. You keep an eye on that. I'll keep the play going as Chad Harris grabs it now. Gave it to Madison. Madison a quick kick. Too many Sereno players fighting, which meant that the Dromana players were standing there. Mushiali's got it. And he took an uncontested mark at half back. Members side goes in short. Geez, he puts young Smythe under the pump, but he was good enough to take the mark. And then the kick wasn't great. Finds his teammate, though, in Daniel. The umpire, who was a long way off the footy.
He's called that from the wing.
He's called that from the wing.
Oh, goal umpire's called it.
Right.
Goal umpire put his hand up.
Okay. We'll buy that one then. Want a mic, Tappy? Luke Tapscott just doing some stretches right in front of our commentary position. Just offered him the microphone. I think he's probably enjoys the footy a little bit more than the microphone these days. Maybe a few years' time, that's it. 12-13-85 to 6-11-47. 21 and a half gone. Working the ball around beautifully. Left foot, kick to the top. Pack flies, nobody can take it, love it. What can he do with it? Little chip pass, nice vision. Finds his teammate in Trevor Madison, who doesn't kick a lot of goals.
Yeah,
Trev.
he's not really backing himself.
No, he's not. Just go back and kick the goal. Winds up now, Trev. Has a kick for goal. It's got the journey. No, it did have the journey. The accuracy wasn't there, though. Through for a minor score. And Ricky Johnson will bring the ball back into play.
They haven't been too efficient. I mean, Ricky Johnson, obviously one of the best users of the football in the comp. Just haven't been too efficient, been a bit predictable coming in. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Oh, geez, he almost coughed it up there too. Almost kicked it down the throat of Tyrone Head. Ball eventually taken by Fowler, who kicked it out to the wing. Mitch Gill-Furness couldn't trap it. And the ball goes over the line out of bounds. What are some stats in this second quarter while we've got a little bit of a lull, Vossi?
Oh, look, it's not huge, lot, except the biggest standout one is 17-3 inside 50s for the quarter. I'm just wondering, quarter and a bit to go, 6.5 goals down. I just wonder whether Ricky might think about throwing himself forward to try and get something happening, but then who plays in defence, I suppose, is probably the question he's asking himself.
Well, I mean, you've got to be getting the inside 50s to worry about turning something on going forward.
Treby kicks the ball inside 50. Paholke couldn't take it. Almost wheeled it in. He's having another crack, though, now, Lee. Couple of free kicks could have been pinged. Umpire letting things go. Blair, handball out. Eventually it comes to Chad Harris. Right foot snap. Misses. Through for a behind.
Just again, seem to have that extra player at each contest. Always one out the back for that quick handball.
Call for the count, you reckon, Lockie?
Yeah.
They're dominant.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Just well set up. I mean, Nick Jewell, he's a special coach.
Mushiali took the mark, kicked it forward. He's had a good quarter. This quarter is Zach.
He has.
The ball goes over the line out of bounds. Maybe it's because we're calling his name right. Maybe
it is.
Maybe he's just playing better. He's responding to that. So the ball comes back into play. And Zach Burns grabbed it and he is besieged upon immediately.
Quite interesting to see, or to hear what McCleary's on down at Dromana. He's come in with a pretty big reputation and he hasn't done much.
Hasn't touched it, I don't think, as McCleary. This bloke's a gun. Fowler, right foot kick, goes towards centre half forward again. Sereno with two players at the contest. So usually they're going to win those. Not this time, as Adam Hunter sharks it. Little kick out, gave it to Jay Hutchison. Couldn't take the mark. Buttled up all right, though, Hutchison. Looked up, just saw a sea of red and white, so he tried to hold on to it. Now the big fella's got it. Williams gets on his bike, kicks it up towards half forward. Johnson's got his name written all over it. Couldn't take it. Mushiali dives in there. Couldn't get it. Paholke now likes Gladman outside. What can he do? Right foot banana. Kicks it inside 50, only as far as Billy Quigley, who seems to be playing in defence now.
Yeah, half-back, running across half-back by the looks of things.
Gives it out to Daniel, who was the late inclusion in this side. Dromana still maintaining possession. Jay Hutchison's got it now. Half-forward line, needs to go long, does so. One out down there is Ethan Johnson, couldn't take the mark. Carmody went for it, couldn't get it either. Great tackling and pressure from the Sorrento defence. And they'll hold the footy up. About 10 metres out from goal, directly in front. 25 minutes gone.
Heard two over half-time, both cost them a bit of foot soreness.
Foot soreness.
So whether it's a little bit
foot.
worse or
Broken toe,
just a bit of
perhaps.
soreness, not sure.
We know a couple of people involved in Dromana. Could have told us that information, I would have thought.
I would have thought a little bit more would have been nice, but foot soreness was all I got.
Perhaps I won't feed one of them for the next week. So the ball's in the hands of Daniel Grant. Remember Trumbie Jackson? Remember the great Trumbie Jackson? He looked 40 when he was 21, remember?
I remember the last quarter he played that grand final to get Langwarren a premiership.
Wasn't it amazing? Daniel Grant's a bit the same. He's just got the salt and pepper look and
Richard Gere look, you reckon?
Yeah, Juge Clooney-esque, yes. Richard Gere, in fact, yes.
The Silver Fox.
As the ball goes up from Harris, there's Tapscott.
Just too quick for Daniel Tapscott. It's a bad matchup.
So Tapscott, they've got him everywhere. He wants to go short to Schwartz. He leaves it there for Zach Burns, who gets on his bike from 50. Flying shot at goal. Good body work there from Paholke. Just bumped out Ryan Smythe.
Oh,
just a
accent cut up.
He is. Didn't see that one.
Just a bit too smart there, wasn't he, Paholke? Yeah. Just too smart for Smythe. I mean, Smythe, a young fella just coming out of the 19s. Paholke, player of his calibre.
You'd back this, wouldn't you?
Oh, you just can't.
Paholke will kick this goal, Michael Voss.
Put it in your record.
I reckon he will.
Vossy.
I reckon he will.
Lee Paholke around the corner. He's put it out in the full. Has he?
No point.
We put the Mozza on him.
Yeah, we did. He was unpackable from there usually. And there's the siren to mark three-quarter time. Andrew Lovett asked us at the 25.5-minute mark how long left. And it was precisely a minute. From that question being asked, he ran back onto the field. So Sereno at three-quarter time. 12 goals, 16.88, leading Dromana 6-11-47. It's a 41-point lead to the home side, the Sereno Sharks. We'll be back with the three-quarter time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Alrighty, are you all okay? Big day, boys. Brownie.
So, well, the umpire's just waiting for everyone to clear the ground. As we said, a bumper crowd here this afternoon. Absolute terrific crowd.
Always is on Easter Saturday.
It is. It's a wonderful location down here at Sereno. It took a long time to get here too, didn't it, Vossi? Geez, the traffic was bad, but we've restarted play in the centre of the ground. And as Lockie Kelly said, they are loaded in the middle of the ground. Dromana got their best players in there to try and salvage something out of this last quarter. 12-16-88 plays 6-11-47 on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. There's a free kick. It's going to Dromana for a shepherd. And Rory Gregg, who's been one of their best today, kicks the ball inside. That was a nice kick. Carmody comes screaming out for it. Couldn't collect it, though. James Hallahan, right foot kick out towards the wing. Been impressed with this kid today, too, Jay Blair.
Been handy at half forward.
Yeah, he has. Presents well, puts his head over the footy, kicks the ball up towards Nick Corp. At the fall of the ball, good play by Burns. Gave a handball out. Billy Quigley, he chopped it off. Little one comes over the top to Greg. Don't bite off more than you can chew. He did. Allowed Lovett to get the footy. Handballs it out. Here he is. Chad Harris. Handball to Tapscott. Right foot snap around the corner. He's nailed it. Too easy.
Way too easy.
And big Rory Gregg is as good as he's been this afternoon. Just bit off a little more than he can chew. Coughed it up. And Sereno kicked their 13. 13-16-94 to 6-11-47 on the Rye Hotel scoreboard.
And Mornington have kicked 4 goals in 8 minutes to start the last quarter, and they're out by 18 points. They're out by about 7 goals.
Must be some wind, I reckon, Vossi, because it seems to be going. Mornington had, a good second quarter, and they've started the last quarter
Good first quarter, and Paul, probably Coringal came back a little bit. It's one of those grounds, it's very difficult to win at Coringal. Well, actually, they're not playing at Coringal, are they?
No.
They're playing at, they'll be playing at Frankston, wouldn't they?
Oh, they would too. With all the development there, Coringal, it's going to be a tremendous ground, or certainly tremendous social club. Great attack on the footy there was Chad Harris. Not sure he needed to do that. That was silly. It was a great tackle, and then he threw him down when he shouldn't have.
Could be booked here.
There was a sling, wasn't it?
It was definitely a sling, and it was clearly a congestion before he'd slung him.
Big push in the back came from McCleary. A big high tackle there on Zach Burns. He should have been rewarded with a free kick as well. The umpire didn't buy that one. And he'll come in and bounce the ball half forward for the Tigers. They trail by 47. Ball gets spilled out. He's recovered okay. Oh, he just got pinged again. Did Ethan Johnson. Tieran Head just crashed into him.
Straight back up.
Marsden tries to spin his way out of trouble. Handball over the head. Good attack on the footy there, Aidan Musgrave. Hard as a cat's head he is. Comes out to Wheeler. 50 metres out. Chips it inside. Out comes Carmody.
Oh, love it, honey.
Love it. Couldn't take the mark. Right foot snap around the corner.
Geez, bread and butter for Fowler. He just can't execute.
He can't.
He looks off.
So Sammy missed another one. He's kicked 2 this afternoon. Terry Wheeler's also kicked 2 for Dromana. Luke Tapscott and Lee Treby have 2 each for the Sharks. Lee Paholke's got 4. Nice little pass in. Came there to Nick Marsden. It's been good today, Nick. Good 4-quarter effort.
He has. He was good early. Just couldn't use it. But he's getting his hands on it, which is handy off half back.
Ball goes out towards Hallahan, drops something he usually takes. Dromana have got some numbers. Terry Wheeler's got it. Left foot kick. Oh, look at the sea of red and white here. Chad Harris only had eyes for the footy. Ethan Johnson tried to clean him up. Oh, great candy sold there by Harris too, just growing in confidence. Love it, takes the mark. Against Mushiali, he has. Marsden's got it again, wing position. Kicks the ball up towards half forward. Corp, one out with Johnson. Couldn't take the mark. Ricky tremendous on that occasion. Trying to crash through there was Blair. He's still in the contest, head over it. Treby's got it now. Sweeping handball. Gives Hallahan about 10 metres on his own and he kicks it straight over the goal umpire's head.
Just an extra man. We've said it all day. Extra man at that footy. Always there for the handball out the back, and it's killed Dromana.
So James Hallahan kicks his first goal for the afternoon. The Sorrento captain. And the number 14, they get their 100 up. 3 figures there for the Sharks. 14-16, 100, leading Dromana. 6-12, 48. It's blown out to 52. 4.5 gone final quarter. Rye Hotel scoreboard.
They want to do something in Dromana. They don't want to blow out too much.
Got to start thinking about the Mornington Peninsula Brewery player of the match. 2 gentlemen.
Yeah, but I like Schwartz at 3-quarter time, but he's been quiet here.
He has. So up they go again. Crowed. He got the tap. Only as far as Mushiali, who got one around the neck against Lovett.
Oh, and Lovett sprayed the umpire. He wasn't happy with it.
He did. Jewel won't be happy with that at all. So Mushiali's going to be taken to about 35, 40 metres out from goal. And I think he's still going, is Lovett. And James Hallahan just telling him to bugger off and perhaps just keep the trap shut for a bit.
Just relax. The game's clearly done. There's no need.
No, correct. Zach Mushiali has got the footy for Dromana. It's not going to make any difference to the final result, but he deserves a goal. And he's kicked one, I reckon.
Oh, no. Missed. Oh, he's not happy with it either.
So through for a minor score, 6-13, plays a 14-16. 5.5 gone, last quarter. Daniel Grant brings the ball into play.
Jeez, he's a beautiful kick of the footy.
He is. Nick Marsden,
good awareness.
sensational again. Brings the ball up towards half forward. Love it. Needed to pay them back, and he did with a nice mark.
Got a beautiful set of hands, as you'd expect.
Kicks the ball up towards Corpse. Got a couple to beat. There's Mushiali again. Ricky Johnson, they're under a heap of pressure here from the Sorrento forwards who locked the ball inside 40. And the umpire will come in and bounce. Sorrento into attack. Zach Burns comes on the ground. Love it, comes off.
I wonder if he got the drag there.
No, I don't think he did. He said nothing to him as there he is, Hallahan again. Wants to get on the scoreboard again. He's already booted one. Went for the right foot snap around the corner. Couldn't get it.
Body language not great out there for Dromana.
There's no voice either, I don't think.
No, it's pretty disappointing, really, especially young side. You want to see him, keep fighting and reduce his margin.
Billy Quigley goes up the line, looking for his teammate there in Gertz, but it was chopped off by Stevenson, who goes inside 50 again. Tapscott with a fly, couldn't take the mark. Paholke, he was well tackled down there by Ryan Smythe. Picks up the ball, Harris couldn't get his kick to it. Tackling's been pretty good from the Tigers, trying to work their way out. Do so now, Fowler. Handball A sweeping one, it was. Little handball across the top, looking for Wild. Couldn't get it, overran it. Fowler gets it back. Left foot chip, nice. Finds Hunter at half forward. Can't get the kick. Gave it to Clark, who goes in short, looking for Carmody, who got his hands on it.
I reckon it might be his first touch.
I reckon it might be certainly his first mark. I'm with you. I can't remember him getting a kick.
Good for his confidence to go back and kick one.
Yep.
Probably good for Ricky's confidence too, I would have thought.
Yeah, good point. As Cameron Carmody will line up for goal, up against the boundary line, outer side of the ground. He'll kick from about 40. He puts it to the point of the square. Hunter takes the mark, almost uncontested in the end.
Yeah, certainly not a man you want to leave by himself.
No, they were playing on the... you look across to Nick Jewell and he's got his head in his hands, scratching his scone. Not happy with that uncontested mark there. Too easy. There's 3 Sereno players on the line.
Yeah, I think they were expecting it to go through for a goal or a point.
Correct, as Adam Hunter kicks the goal. The star, that is Adam Hunter for the Dromana Football Club. And Hunty kicks his first goal of the afternoon. And they move on to 7:13:55 to Sereno 14:17:101. You're listening to RPP, the voice of community football.
Hi, Pete again from the Mornington Telstra Business Centre. I'd like you to meet Scott.
G'day.
Sarah.
Hello.
And Beck.
Hi.
From our team. NBN is coming to the Mornington Peninsula, and we're here to help your business get the most out of it. These guys can answer your questions about NBN for business and can take care of the technical aspects. So drop by for a chat with any of the team at our Mornington Telstra Business Centre or call us now on 1300 My Business. That's 1300 692 874 to book an appointment, or we can come to you.
We need to develop a sweeper, I think, Chief. Just the ball's back in the centre of the ground. It's Sereno doing it nicely. 14:17:101. Dromana 7:13:55. They've kicked their first goal of the quarter, Dromana, which is good for them. Hallahan goes backwards. Zach Burns gets around one. Little short chip was nice. Finds Gladman, who's been exceptional today as well. Goes back to Burns again. Burns right foot kick around the corner. Kicks up there towards half forward. Harris couldn't take it. Treby with his head over the footy. But it's trapped in there and at half forward for Sorrento. The umpire will throw the ball back into play. 46 points the difference. Almost 10 minutes gone inside 50s this quarter, Vossi.
5-3 in favour of Dromana. Pines 9-15-69, Langwarren 1-7-13, Seaford 13-14, 92, Chelsea 5-6-36.
Wow, Langwarren have just the one goal this afternoon. I don't think they kicked many. I think they might have only kicked 5 against Coringal in round 1 as well. 5-15, so 6 goals in 2 games to this point is not good for the Kangaroos.
What happens when you've got one key forward?
Probably 2.
Yeah, I guess Jared Brown. Kieran's definitely the go-to, though.
He is.
Both plays pretty high.
And they'll be keeping him pretty quiet. The Henry brothers will be playing on Brown and Albanese today. Albanese will be having a task today that he's never had before in his life. As the ball goes up towards the full forward line, Ricky Johnson holds the ball in. Kicks the ball up towards the wing position, Aaron Paxton, who was split open earlier in this quarter. He's come back on the ground, takes a nice mark, kicks it out to Corp. Wonderful kick, almost a beautiful mark as well. Gets the ball, Tapscott, sweeping handball. Looking there for Paholke. Flying shot at goal, Paholke, and he has kicked behind. Looking for number 5. He booted 5 in round 1, of course, against Rosebud. It wasn't. In fact, it was Madison. I reckon he kicked that.
Finally found a bit of journey in that leg, old Trevor Madison.
I just noticed the facial hair and the lack of... Yeah, correct. It's the ball about to be brought back into play once again. It's Mushiali, kicks the ball towards...
Hunt's good mark.
It was to Adam Hunter, who took the mark. Gives it off there to Mitch Gilfurness. One of his first kicks this afternoon as well. Jesus, a few players have had a dirty day for Dromana. McCleary just pushed off the footy way too easy there by Ethan Johnson. Carmody needs to go backwards, does through now to Reece Wild. He was decked after he got rid of it. Kicked up there towards Jay Hutchison, who takes the mark. And Nick Jewell not happy at all on the boundary line. And not sure what he's saying, but he's just thrown his hat to the Scheisenhausen.
I'm going to pose a little question for you, Towie.
Yes.
Lachlan Crode, number 43 for Sereno.
Yes.
You sure your brother hasn't suited up for him? I reckon your brother and Lachlan Crode are with the red head beard and all that. I reckon they're just about twins, those two.
Yeah, I reckon that Lachlan Crode's got a little bit taller than
old Adam Kelly.
The old bearded one out there.
I tell you what, it's a fair
twin.
I reckon he's your twin, short pass. Don't worry about that.
14-18, 102 Sereno. Dromana 7-14, 56. Sereno still trying to work the ball out of defence here. Daniel Grant's got it now. Afford the time to have a bounce. Kicks the ball up towards the wing. Nice mark there by Corp, who was straight off. Kicks the ball up towards Paholke, and there he is looking for number 5. The Polk.
Did you say this is Daniel Grant's first game? Like, he hasn't done much in the pre-season. Is that what you said earlier?
Who's that?
Daniel Grant.
No, he did the full pre-season, but leading up to the opening game, hurt a hamstring.
So he's good solid game for him this afternoon. He's had 15, which is not great, but it's for a comeback game. That's good.
And you'd rather 15 Daniel Grant possessions than 30 of some other player, wouldn't you?
Definitely. Running off the half-back flank, the Silver Fox, he's got some unbelievable usage.
So Troy Schwartz, the bearded one.
That was just way too easy. Schwartz just dropped in and unmanned. Paholke just popped it in his hands.
So Troy to kick his first for the afternoon. Look at that. He is a magnificent kick of the football. Troy Schwartz kicks his first goal for the afternoon. It's Sorrento's 15th, 15-18, 108. Dromana 7-14, 56. Rye Hotel scoreboard. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. That's why Hastings mowers stock quality brands like Honda, Echo, Toro, Cox, Husqvarna and Shindaiwa. With a huge range of mowers, brush cutters, chainsaws, shredders, pumps and generators in store. For quality equipment and excellent service, call into our sponsor, Hastings Mowers Superstore at 2013 Frankston Flinders Road, Hastings.
A proud station sponsor.
Dromana into attack again through Ethan Johnson, who's been very good for them. Adam Hunt has also worked tirelessly today for the Tigers. Goes off the ground there with Sean Clark, one-on-one. Mushiali, handball to Billy Quigley, fumbled at the bad time. Rory Gregg, right foot snap, kicks the goal, the big fella. Good play by him.
Well deserved.
And he kicks his second goal for the afternoon. So that's the 8th goal for Dromana. 8-14-62. Sereno 15-18, 108. 46 points the difference. The margin was 41 at three-quarter time, so Dromana able to at least go toe-to-toe to some degree in this final term, which is what we wanted to see at three-quarter time from Dromana.
Certainly needed to fight back.
33 scoring shots to 22. So Rory Gregg's got a couple for Dromana, as does Sammy Fowler and Terry Wheeler. 4 goals for Lee Paholke. He's a major contributor on the ground. There goes Marsden again, put his head over the footy, couldn't come out with it though. Daniel Grant, good effort by him as well to stick his head over the footy. The umpire eventually wants it back though, and he'll throw the ball up. Half forward line for the Tigers. They started well, Dromana. They've been overrun, though, by a very powerful Sereno outfit as Paxton gets the ball, kicks it to half forward. Brigden couldn't take the mark. Corp quick to recover. Went for a little bit of magic off the deck. Couldn't do it. Good play by Gladman. Kicks it inside 50. Paholke versus Smythe. Needs some support. Tapscott goes and does some magical work. Luke Tapscott. Dodge, weaved, and just a little bit of finger action as well. In a nice way, of course, as he was just twirling the finger there. And he's kicked 3 goals, Lukey Tapscott.
Can certainly be happy with yourself when you provide something like that.
Yeah, it was pretty magical. He just dodged and weaved a couple, found his way and ran into an open goal. 16-18, 114 to 8-14-62. Margins blown back out to 52 points.
Fremantle won by 2 points in the AFL, by the way.
Fremantle. There goes a tip.
Well, no Max Gorn, no Melbourne.
Oh, big call. Proved to be correct, though. Fremantle don't usually win away from home and have been able to do that today.
Certainly not the MCG.
So up they go. Good play there by Crow. That was a lovely tap. Found Gladman to Lovett. Lovett's going to run to 50 and he's going to kick the goal. No, he's not. It's a shank. Or is it going to bounce through? It is.
Jesus, it was an absolute shank, but it's managed to find its way over the defenders and bounce through.
It did. Lovett kicks his second goal of the afternoon to be yet another multiple goal kicker for the Sharks. And this is what Sereno don't want. They don't. Dromana don't want. They don't want Sereno to kick 5 or 6 goals in what can be classed as junk time now, because it's blown out to 58. She's almost 10 goals. What was the margin last week against Frankston?
69 points.
Yeah. 69 against Dromana, Frankston Bombers last week. So
looking pretty similar at the moment.
Yeah, it is. It is. And they're getting the ball out of the centre far too easy. Sorrento. There's Crowd again, is able to tap the ball down. Ethan Johnson handballs it out. Sean Clark, good play, grabbed the footy, kicks the ball up towards full forward. Oh, that was dangerous play there as the ball spills over the back. There goes foul up, and Justin McCleary needed to kill that.
The side of the puncher backwards when Fowler was crumbing is
spot on. Spot on call there by Lockie Kelly. He punched it behind himself trying to get it through for a behind, and Fowler ran onto it and finally kicks his third goal of the afternoon. Kicked 2 in the first quarter, 1 in this quarter. This bloke's been good today too, coming up the field. Shannon Gladman had a fine afternoon, as has the bloke running on to replace him in Zach Burns.
We talk about Dromana playing tired next week. It doesn't get any easier the 2 weeks after that. They've got Hastings at Hastings and then they play Rosebud, so it doesn't get any easier for them after that.
Tough run.
No, I don't think there's many easy games in NEPEAN League, are there? I mean, you look at the result of Pearcedale yesterday beating Frankston Bombers. Who would have thought that?
Mornington won by 24 points, by the way, 97 to 73.
Well, that's good. They'd be happy with that, would be Chris Holcomb. As would Andrew Sharp, the Coringal coach too, I believe. His side has clearly improved on last season to get within 4 goals of Mornington.
Especially losing Paholke.
Correct, and Paxton, and Goodall.
Yeah.
So Ethan Johnson it was Terry Wheeler, in fact, goes after the ball now, slides in, handball out was nice. Found Musgrave, Payne was good. Love it, little handball out, tap Scott again, weaves some magic, gives it to Schwartz, little left foot chip.
Oh,
he was going for head, finds Paholke. Paholke goes across the face of goal. Good
Ricky.
mark there by Ricky J. Takes the mark, 2 bounces, gets to half back, goes in short looking for his good mate Adam Hunter. Centre of the ground, handball over to Sean Clark, who needs to kick the goal. Kicks it long, standing there is Jay Hutchison, and far too easy again. Transition from defence to the forward line, and Jay Hutchison for Dromana will line up. He's already kicked 1 this afternoon, so he'll be keen to kick 2.
Just a bit tall for McCormick there.
Yeah, he was. And Jay Hutchison, a good kick of the footy, kicks the goal for Dromana. They've kicked their 10th. 10 goals, 14, 74. Sereno 17, 18, 120. 20 minutes gone, final quarter on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Hi, Chris Thode here. At Mercedes-Benz Mornington, we've been serving the Mornington Peninsula for over a decade and proudly support the Mornington Football Netball Club and Mornington Soccer Club. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, 29 Mornington Tarp Road, Mornington, or check out the website.
So back to 46 points. As I said, 41 points was the margin at 3-quarter time. And after a couple of goals in a row, they've been able to get one back, Dromana. Ball spills out the back. Christie finds his teammate in Musgrave. Sweeping handball to Clark. Clark for Dromana. Kicks the ball up towards half forward. Their execution this afternoon after the first quarter hasn't been great. They allowed Paxton to chop it off. Now there's loose players everywhere. Gladman goes over the top. Finds his teammate in Blair. Goes inside. Paholke. Oh, he has paid the mark. Now he's called play on. Goes a little chip inside and finds his teammate there in Zach Burns.
Assumed he was going to mark it and he didn't mark it.
Correct. Zach Burns unloads. Tyrone Head being held on to. Big fist there came from Carmody. Still in play. Eventually Marcus Arney sees the ball over the line and out of bounds. Straight back into play was Ricky Johnson. Kicked the ball to the defensive 50. Fowler He got the run of it. Well, it's Ricky who's got it now. In fact, it was Ryan Smythe who kicked the ball in. So Fowler, clean pair of heels, kicks the ball towards half forward. Hunter dropped the mark. Good tackle there from Paxton. Allowed Madison to run onto it. Gets the footy now is Zach Burns. One outside, gives it to Stevenson, who's got the ball on the wing position. The skipper in the middle wants it. James Hallahan almost dropped what he should have taken. Zach Burns has got it again, runs into the umpire. Hallahan's got it back, gets to half forward, kicks the ball to the top of the square. Some bustling going on. Treby tried to force his way through. Mushiali gets the footy. Well played there by Treby to try and create the smother. Ball goes out to half forward. Fowler versus Stevenson, and eventually the umpire will come in and bounce right in front of the Rye Hotel scoreboard, which reads Sorrento 17-19, 121. Dromana 10-14, 74. 22 and a half minutes gone, final quarter.
He's done a good job on Fowler, Stevenson.
Yeah, he has.
Really good. I don't think he played on him early when he kicked his first two, but he was moved there, and he's matched him with pace, and he's matched him in the flight of the ball.
So Stevenson, yeah, the moves were certainly made at quarter time after Quigley and Fowler did as they pleased in that forward line. As the ball comes out on the wing position, clever little kick there from Fowler. Chad Harris works his way out of there. There he is again, Stevenson. Handball out, went to Gladman, run to 50, short chip, finds Paholke. So this time Paholke should just go back and kick the goal. Don't go looking for little short passes this time, Lee. Just go back and kick goal number 5. So Ryan Williams just calling out to the big source in Crow to come off the ground. He wasn't too keen to come off, I don't think, the big source.
Adam Kelly.
Yes.
Short pass.
Yes.
Polky's taking a while.
Yeah, typical Polk. It takes him half an hour to just walk in. He goes and kicks the goal, I reckon. He has. That's number 5 for Lee Paholke. That's number 18 for Sorrento. 18-19, 127 to 10-14, 74. 24 gone, final term. RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Alrighty, are you all okay? Big day, boys. Brownie? Yes, coach. Keep up that rich, full-bodied smoothness, son. Yes, coach. Lager. Here, coach. Good boy. I know you're new to the team, but you're so crisp and refreshing. Great light straw colour too, son. Keep it up. Thanks, coach. Pale, IPA, you're the strength and consistency we need on this team.
Mornington Peninsula Brewery love football as much as they love making world-class beer. That's why they're sponsors of local footy. This season, treat yourself to a round of beer and pizza at the Brewery Bar. Mornington Peninsula Brewery, 72 Watt Road, Mornington. Station sponsor.
And the Mornington Peninsula Brewery will match, or the player of the day will be called out at the end of this game. It's going to be tough because there's been no real standout dominant players. This guy's got to be in the mix, though, is Zach Burns, who just chipped the ball over to Lee Paholke, who's kicked 5, and will line up for number 6 from about 30 metres out slide angle.
Just managed to find himself, sneak out the back there. That's where he's smart.
37 scoring shots, Sorrento, to Dromana's 24. 127 plays 74. 25 and a half gone final quarter. Paholke comes in to make it a half a dozen, and he's missed it. So he won't be happy about that.
No, he certainly won't be happy with himself.
The 10 in 2 games is something that he will be happy with. Coming back from Karingal, had a wretched run with injury last year, with a knee injury early in the season. He did against Seaford. We called that game Vossi last year.
Was it shoulder? Shoulder last year as well?
Yeah, could have. But he certainly did his knee early in the year. As a sweeping handball comes out from Tyrone Head. Chad Harris has been good today too for the Sharks. Kicks the ball towards half forward. Madison leaps over the top, couldn't take the mark. Little handball comes out to Stevenson. Further one back. They're raffling it here. Look at them all looking at one another. Treby just says, if no one wants it, I'm going to come through and I'm going to get it.
Oh, no talk.
2 Sorrento players just poleaxe one another. I reckon Tyrone Head's down and he's hurt.
Head and Tappy.
Yep. And Tapscott is a bit worried about his old mate Tyrone Head. As James Brigden's got the ball, kicks it inside. They're going to have to stop playing a minute, I reckon, because Tapscott and Head are both very hurt, as Billy Quigley kicks the ball out wide towards Reece Wild. Needs to run around. Stevenson does that, kicks it inside. Fowler drops what he should have taken, gets around his opponent there, kicks it out towards Clark. Clark's got a couple to beat. Was able to do it, got around Brigden. Little handball, no. Gertz goes backwards now, kick inside, wasn't a great kick, and it allows Sorrento to see the ball over the line and out of bounds. So good to see Tyrone Head
sucking in the big
come
ones
from the ground, still standing.
Can't imagine her tickling running into Tapscott.
And Nick Jewell just having a joke with him, saying, why didn't you mark the footy?
Paul Tapscott the ball for nothing.
Yeah, true. Ball comes back in. Ryan Williams, good tap. Only as far though as Clark, who kicks the ball around the corner.
Just men everywhere, Serena.
Yeah, they have. And one of them was Chad Harris, who just kicked it down the line there towards Gladman to Lovett. Lovett kicks it further up the line to Tapscott, who's recovered all right from the hit with Tyrone Head. Takes the mark on the members' wing right in front of our commentary position. 128 Sorrento, Dromana 10-14-74. So 64 point margin. 54, I was right the first time. Almost 28 minutes gone in the final quarter. Couldn't be much time left at all, I wouldn't have thought. Ricky Johnson has had the better of Corp today, I reckon. As the ball spills out, though, there's Shannon Gladman. He deserves a goal for the work that he's done today. Kicks it across the face, though, and it goes through for a 9 score.
Yeah, they've been good, the young fellas of Serena. They've really stood out. And it's something we'll touch on more after the game, but they're just their bottom six. They're all doing their job, and the young kids, you come up and just expect them to have their touches, but they've really been some of the best today, so it's been handy for them.
It has.
And I mean, aside of this class, you've got Tapscotts, you've got Dawes to come in, Lovetts, but you've still got your homegrown talent coming up through the 19s, which is really ideal.
Yeah, it is, and we'll touch on that too after the game because, well, I can tell you they've got 8 blokes under 21 playing today, and 16 one-point players. Everyone talks about the big recruits that Sereno seem to get every year, but people quickly forget the fact that they've got 16 one-point players playing in their side.
Yeah, exactly. It's one thing getting those big players to come, but you look at your Hallahans, your Tapscotts. I mean, Tapscotts come fresh out of the AFL a couple of years ago now, but
Troy Schwartz.
You've got to have the. You've got to be a good club to be able to maintain those players. It's not after the first year or so. It's not about the money. It's about maintaining those players, and it's got to be a good environment for them to be sticking around.
Yeah, you're spot on. A beautiful pass there, finds Zach Burns again. Burns kicks it out wide. Look at Nick Corp standing on his own. Poor Ricky Johnson's doing everything down there, and he can't do it all the time, Ricky J.
Yeah, he's been by himself today. I mean, Smythie's done Ryan Smythie's been okay on Polky. He's done all right
since Polky. Yeah, I think Polky had 3 goals in the first quarter.
Yeah, he did. But Gert's going down and doing that knee. Hopefully it's not too serious. Hopefully it's not a season-ending injury, because Ricky's going to be left by himself for a long time. Otherwise, might have to get the big Jacob Houghton up from the 2s and play in defence and help him out.
So there Dick Corp. He's a player who's had an outstanding day today, Zach Burns. Troy Schwartz goes back onto the ground. He thinks he probably just I wouldn't go too far, Troy. The siren's due to sound any tick of the clock. It's 30 minutes gone in the final quarter. 74 plays 130 as Terry Wheeler kicks the ball into attack. Good punch away there from McCleary this time around. Christie, well tackled by Brigden. They lock the ball inside 50 Dromana, and the umpire will come in and bounce yet again. So keep thinking of those best players, gentlemen. Mornington Peninsula Brewery player of the match.
They've had a pretty consistent performance, Sereno, so it is hard to pick that one person.
Yeah, it is. Paxton tries to march his way out of the defence, or out of defence, but wrapped up there by Josh McCleary for Dromana. The umpire will come in and bounce again. 35 metres out from Dromana's goal. They trail by 66 points. 56 points. I'll get it right at some point. Love it. Fresh airy. Couldn't get it out.
Brigden.
Brigden just hacked it. There's the siren. So it was an uneventful second half, really, to be brutally honest. 40 scoring shots to 24 told the story of the day. Sorrento 18-22, 130 have defeated Dromana 10-14, 74. We'll go to a break and be back with the full-time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Hi, Pete here from the Mornington Telstra Business Centre, and I'd like you to meet some of my team. This is Scott.
Hey.
Daniel.
G'day.
And Kathy.
Hi, how are you?
Now, whether you need tech support, new products, or simply some advice on the best gadgets for your business, our team of experts can offer you tips, tricks, and answers to your questions. So drop by for a chat today, or if you'd prefer, give us a call on 1300 My Business. That's 1300 692 874 to book an appointment, or we can come to you.
Have you heard about the bank that's for the people and puts the profits back into the community? The Bendigo Community Bank branches have to be the Peninsula success story. Each year for the last 6 years, they have funded over $500,000 to our local community, taking the total well over $4 million since their inception. With all the usual banking facilities and financial advice, our sponsor, the Bendigo Community Bank branches in Rye, Dromana and now in Rosebud, are putting the people back into banking.
Station sponsor.
More and more people with a taste for quality are shopping at Eliza Meats. Kevin and his lean team pride themselves on the finest cuts, from juicy steaks and roasts to high-grade mince and sausages. And Eliza Meats are the gourmet specialists. Inquire about Eliza Meats Spitfire. Phone 9787 4473 for a mouth-watering meal fit for a king. It's all at Eliza Meats. See our sponsor Kevin at Eliza Meats, 112B Mount Eliza Way, a station sponsor.
Hi, Chris Thodey here, Mercedes-Benz Mornington. We offer exceptional customer care from sales, finance and insurance, right through to servicing and parts. Visit our experienced team today at Mercedes-Benz Mornington, 29 Mornington Type Road, Mornington, or check out the website.
And welcome back to the RPP match of the day. Thanks to Telstra Stores, Mornington and Rosebud. Thanks to Saturday football between two traditional rivals, Sorrento and Dromana. And come to think, more than 20 years ago, that both of these sides were in serious discussions about merging. And now you look at the success of both clubs. And today it was Sorrento who got the chocolates, 18-22, 130 to Dromana, 10-14, 74. It was a massive victory there for the Sharks. They led by 3 points at quarter time. They led by 21 at half time, 41 at three-quarter time, and ran out eventually 56-point winners.